It's a green light. That's a good sign.
Pretty sure you can minimize this one. Oh, because we need it for the chat.
Yes.
All right.
Now I could do
Next to the
this.
hammer.
And then I could do that. There we go.
We're limited on range, that's why it's so fucking janky. Wire management is non-existent.
Cool if I scoot this animals.
Yeah. Oh, no. Fucking do what you gotta do.
Oh shit.
What? You popped it out?
Apparently doing what I did fucks up the displayed.
That Titan was worth
555.
was 16,000 some points.
We're 16. Bonk.
No. The mathematical equation for doing it was for a number of reasons. And this, welcome to the campaign with no name, session 25, by the way. This is a lesson to everyone who wants to do a siege for D&D. Sieges don't fucking work. They don't. They really don't. And here's why. Regular sieges work the way they do because everyone has the same basic abilities. The only difference being their equipment, right?
Yeah.
But in D&D, literally anyone at any point in time can be a wizard. And we're not even talking about like a disposition at birth. We're literally anyone.
Spend enough time with the book, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is zero so for example, in the real world, if you had the ability, like anyone had the ability to be a fucking wizard, why the fuck wouldn't you?
Because I'd rather be a warlock.
Still, spell slingers. But, so what ended up happening for the experience points was, because of the fact that it never actually got to do anything, because I fucked up, none of you were at any risk of dying, because the siege itself...
What can I say? But hey, you're welcome.
I mean, I could say the same thing, because I also included that, there's a siege going on both sides. Mm-hmm. I'm going to conveniently not have those two sides converging.
True enough.
You should have. That would have been awesome.
Probably should have. But despite what we
Well, you also mentioned that you didn't
despite
track anything that any attacks done by the druids.
yeah, no.
I mean, which is understandable because that would bring like a lot more turns and steps.
D&D is not Warhammer 40k. It's not designed for that.
Okay.
Wait.
Warhammer 40k, like one game of 5 rounds can take 4 hours.
I know.
So, I mean, have you seen an hour combat?
Trust me, 40k is worse.
Yeah. I mean, what, 5e, 40k, that's like 39,995 horse.
So,
Come on.
You know, well, and the thing is, I wouldn't mind living in the D&D universe. I do not want to live in the 40k universe.
I mean, you say that now, but if you were born in the 40k universe, you'd think of no other place to call home.
Doesn't 40k have a faction that's basically in World War I Germany?
Yeah, the Krieg.
Did you guys see the new Sabaton album?
I have not seen the whole album, but I may or may not have been listening to Dreadnought more than once.
Dreadnought's so good. That's my favorite album. New album. Fucking slaps. Stormtroopers is good.
I have not seen that one yet.
It is about the Sturmhoff and the classic German Stormtrooper with like the gas mask and the Pickelhaube and flamethrower and
The one you see in Horror films.
Yeah, or I think it's what
So
what
they're
the
called
40K guys look like.
it's called they're called the Deathcore Creek,
Nice.
and
That's
they have
fucking cool.
they seriously have like the gas masks. So think of like World War I Germany, and then like merge it with the clone troopers, because they're literally clone troopers,
Nice.
and
Weren't
they
also
have
dead?
huh?
Weren't they also dead?
No, you're thinking the Necrons.
Yeah, no, they're massive. Is that?
They
the
can't.
clone ones,
They can't do that. That's illegal here.
Huh?
They'll be fine.
Necrons, necromancy is
Pretty
illegal.
sure.
Oh, okay.
The clone ship, the one where they got the deity as their power source, and he's cloning himself as the clones to keep himself alive.
Oh god, there's so much in Warhammer 40K.
I can't remember what it was, but my friend was telling me about it. I'm like, that's fucked up, and he's dying, so everybody on that ship's gonna die eventually. He was a person that became a god.
Oh no. Okay.
He's the Wolf's Legion.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, okay. Yeah,
Their Dreadnought or their ship is powered by a god that is dying or is already dead, but is not dead.
Oh no. Okay, no.
Nothing.
So you're probably thinking the Emperor.
I forgot about that Sith comes in.
Okay, the Emperor. So each of the factions. Oh god. Okay. Each of the different factions of Space Marines, right, are genetic clones or genetic, not copies, but like descendants, if you will, of their particular patriarch, right? The patriarch are genetic clone, or not clones, but copies, but with slight variations of the Emperor himself. Okay, and the Emperor is basically what?
No, I'm listening to make sure that this sounds okay.
The Emperor is essentially the Emperor is essentially
Kalu or some shit.
well, he's hitting on a throne, but he hasn't had a physiological reaction in centuries.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right?
He's
But
powering
he
it.
has what he powers is a space beacon, essentially, that allows navigation through the warp, which is essentially their version of FTL. Okay, or their method of doing FTL. Now, did you ever see Event Horizon?
Event Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, just Event Horizon.
Isn't
Sam
that a
Neill.
Creedence, fuck the band name up. Creedence Clearwater Revival song.
Event Horizon.
Is an event on
I figured out what was
horizon.
causing the echo.
What?
There was a second mic source.
Oh, okay, cool.
Echo, go echo.
So essentially, the Emperor provides a beacon for navigation for humanity. But yeah, the thing is, like in the warp, there are demons, like literal demons.
Mind tingler, are you?
Like
And-
Necrons.
No, Necrons have no warp, no psychic presence whatsoever.
You know what I mean. They're basically demons.
Actually, no, the Necrons, believe it or
in the
not,
eyes
actually.
of a lot of people, they are demons because you kill them and they come back 50
Oh, yeah.
fold.
Yes, I know. I've played a Necron army. Yes, they're actually what the Necrons are. Necrons were tricked by ancient gods into converting from biological shells into metallic shells, and most of the actual people psychologically couldn't handle it, so they like
They shut her
their
down.
intelligence just went somewhere else, right? And the few that actually are intelligent and can think are the higher ups in the Necron army, and the Silent King, who is the Lord of the Necrons,
Not a very
decided.
good conversationalist.
No, he's not a badass on the battlefield though. He decided that he wanted revenge on the
Person who fucked them over.
well, the group, the ancient gods who fucked his people over, and they proceeded to destroy, and whichever ones they couldn't destroy, they decided to enslave, and those are the Catan. So you get shards of Catan that you can call up on the battle. Yeah, and Necrons are scary AF.
Oh yeah.
Are they Canadian?
Oh, they're even worse.
Oh, so there's something worse than the Catan, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
I don't respect
They're
you.
Canadians like the Wish brand. They're called the Saudi Arabia.
So, with that
We're gonna fund some terrorism, eh?
Yeah. What you talking about, Hoser?
look at me, eh? I'm the captain now.
It's all the fault of the
I'm
Jews,
sorry,
eh?
buddy, eh? Can I, I'm gonna need you to step out of the car, please.
All of your...
need
can you tell me the problem here? It is illegal. It's a legal mandate that all signs must be. It's all signs in Canada must be in both English and
Canadian
French.
bacon?
Yes, yes, I am.
Where does fuck Canada, the man? He's like, you have to put that in French.
We have ways to make you pronounce letter O or A. God. Okay, you need to see that movie if you haven't seen it.
You guys got recycling?
Canadian bacon.
There technically is a
You can
recycling,
just,
but no
like,
one fucking
if
does
you
it.
want to, like, drop them, just set them somewhere, I guess.
No one fucking
I guess I
uses
could take
recycling.
these home or just put them in the trash later. I just was trying to sort out which ones I don't need anymore.
Roll them up and stick them in things for when we need to revolt.
Just have something to burn. Actually, I should just save these for.
We hear the
for
people
myself.
of Canada do not appreciate our government right now. We would like to mutiny, eh? We're sorry about this. We're really sorry.
We're
Dude,
just gonna park our
could you
trucks.
could you please step down, eh?
Well,
Oh, I have a
apparently,
Carboni's application.
a what?
Carboni's application.
How'd that
From when he
go?
needed a
From,
job.
from the last time I was looking for a job.
Yeah.
No, 2 times ago.
From when I was the manager, I'm like, yeah, here's an application, my guy.
Like you turn this in, it's a fucking formality. You get the job.
Yeah.
Never turned it in.
I found another job before.
Oh,
In IT.
probably a good thing.
So
So
it was one of those
Probably
things.
pays
If
better.
you needed it, plus I was the person giving you the reference, he would have
So
been great.
Creopoli the Blue is my second character in Blue because I forgot about Blue Moon Waning, who I haven't played in a year and a half.
Do you want
We-
to change his patronymic?
we will go back.
Why
to
is he
the-
blue? I mean,
We'll go back to the villain campaign
Getting
next month. By the way.
Is he brindle?
He doesn't have balls.
Yeah, I think he's like Brindle. He's a what you call him?
That's a
Minotaur.
vaccine.
Oh, Blue Moon Waning is not blue.
No, I know.
That's- Yeah.
But there, I know. Well, you know how.
Creopoli does have blue fur though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can change.
Well, because you know how with
They called him Babe.
That's the joke. Yes, he's a blue. He's not an ox, but blue ox. Yeah.
Close enough.
Oh, I get it.
So he needs to have a fucking.
I always thought
Goliath
Babe was female
sidekick
though.
Named Paul.
Babe is
Yeah.
It's just because my whole online thing is blue ox.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I put that together.
So we shall begin.
Just like on my Discord shit's now my emblem. Yeah, I'm listening.
Small addendum to the last session. While I'm granting you the time. 3 out of 10.
I go 4.5.
Interruption wise, it was a 5.
Okay. Timing's everything.
So, while you did have the time to acquire the stuff that you smuggled off of the Warforged corpses, I'm not going to take that away from you. I have decided that the siege is still going on because fuck you, sieges take a long fucking time. In a matter of moments, the second wave of Warforged would be upon you, and the military has forced you all behind the gate. The dead men are still present, but they have spread out to help with the weaker points of the Arduvel wall. The one in blue, called Talon, is staying at the gate itself, while the others mount up on giant rams and ride off to other areas. Now, somewhat as an inside joke, David does not actually ride his giant goat. He picks up his giant goat and runs.
That's a reference to Shares of the Storm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Specifically because Himbo Might over here really finds that fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna use your mount. You're just gonna run faster. You're gonna gain a little weight and you're gonna run faster. That being said, so if that's getting retconned, does that mean I didn't have time to throw my sword at what's his nuts?
Oh no, you absolutely did. It's just that it was the extra, like, basically I'm retconning it so that we don't start this session at the front of the gate. We're starting behind it.
I figured we'd start all the way up in the fucking city.
Well, it's starting in behind the wall because the party is split.
Are we?
Technically.
Because yes, I was taken away by my father.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But not my father.
When last we left off, Omen the Azamar, Alvyn the Gnome, Kalu the Half-Orc, and Rolen the Half-Elf, and Meowth, that's right.
God damn. I fucking hate you.
Oh, yeah, but Blender Dick really loves him.
Blender Dick is funny. That's
Have you seen Choose Your Pokemon?
like that meme
The animation.
from the anime where it was
No. It was a fan animation. It's called
No, I
Choose Your
haven't.
Pokemon.
But we'll come back to that.
Okay.
We'll spare it for later. Fended off a small wave of Warforged as they attempted to siege the Gate of Arabel. A Scourge Azamar named Captain Resus, he's a captain, not a commander, because I did some research. The military that he's a part of is closer to the army, not the navy.
Okay. Makes sense since they're working on the ground.
Oh, I don't have my notebook. Hold on.
Took charge of the initial defense, but was suddenly met with opposition from more than the Warforged when Rolen went against his plan of engagement and casted Plant Growth, slowing the enemy's advance. Although the battle was won in the end, his actions resulted in the death of at least one Dryfell soldier. Now the party is split, as Omen has been called to the palace by order of the king. Alvyn has been led by a changeling to one of the upper cities. Rolen and Kalu have been left to their own devices for the most part. But something happens then the party did not intend. Who wishes to go first? And we'll try to keep this in segments of like 15 minutes or so that, it's not dragging too long.
Mm-hmm. Matt, can we hear you?
We can hear him fine.
Yeah, you should be able to hear me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's clear. All right. Nice.
I know. I also should probably lower this a little bit more. Because the speakers here will be picked up by...
Oh, we don't.
by the
Yeah, we don't want
microphone.
feedback.
Oh, we're going to get feedback. It's
And
just-
I shouldn't just put on the death metal and hear that through my mic.
I'm sorry. It is rules of the table.
I don't
if you're-
think you
if
left
you're-
your notebook here.
If you're going to be playing death metal, you have to be raging. Sorry.
Do music once you rage.
Yes. Yes. Doom guy.
Well, eventually I'll be in eventually I can constantly rage, so that's all you'll hear from my mic is just death metal.
To the gates of hell. To the gates of hell. As we make our way to heaven through the Warforged lines. But yes, who wishes to go first?
No?
Any takers?
I can go first if you want. I just figured someone else would grab it while I was over here.
You okay?
Yeah, I think. Oh, I might have taken it out at home. I don't know. Just don't expect me to remember my father's name without my notes. It's great for a roleplay heavy session with my family, right? See, this is, you don't have to remember the name. You just be like, "What's good, Dad?" Oh, that's true. I can just refer to him as Father. Oh, Father.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. What the fuck did you do?
How long has it
Yeah,
been
what
since
else
the last
is
confession,
new?
my son?
About 30 minutes.
What hasn't he done?
I'm sorry, but for your
The
penance,
men?
I'm sorry, but for your penance, you will have to turn yourself into the authorities.
Can priests do that?
They can recommend,
No.
but but no. In fact, they can't even be called as witnesses.
Oh, okay.
You were not aware of that. You, with all your legal knowledge, didn't know that.
I don't have real legal knowledge. I'm a fake lawyer.
So, a lawyer.
Yes.
All right. Alvyn has volunteered to go first.
I should probably start confessing things to a priest, because when I confess them to my therapist, she calls the cops. That's an interesting loophole. I'm converting to Catholicism because therapy is expensive and gets me locked up.
Congratulations, I figured their priesthood schools are like a 10-year thing.
Oh,
I'm not
He's not
becoming ordained. I'm already ordained in a different church, so I don't know how that works, but
You get baptized.
Anyway.
You're good, I guess. I don't know.
You just go on a pilgrimage to be blessed by every single religion known to man, so that at the end of your existence, no matter what happens, you're good.
What are you doing? No, they can't take you anywhere. You're just center of everything. You're not dead. You're not alive. You're just, well, fuck.
There's like
There's
like nine that haven't traveled.
But you're there with
the internet.
But you're there with Benny. Do you ever see the first Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, I've seen the mummies.
Yeah, you know that guy that like he had like all those charms. The guy who and he spoke like all the languages.
So Alvyn.
So I'm pretty sure most of those religions have a clause that say you can't practice the other ones.
Yeah, that's Well, that's Christianity
Those rules
and
are meant to be
Judaism.
broken so you can suck
Islam.
It says dick in 14 different languages.
Just lists them off. Alvyn,
Yeah.
you are led through the streets of Adovel by the Changeling.
Yeah.
He is very quick to study your face, and then mold his own to look like a taller version of yourself.
Oh, that's pretty fucked.
And instead of answering any questions, he begins talking to you as if you were good friends. Saying things like, "Oh, don't you worry about anything, little brother. Our old man can handle himself. I suspect he'll be pleased to know that his sons will be willing to do anything to keep his family out of any danger they find themselves in."
He's speaking Valnyran, right?
Please.
Okay,
Yeah, he's speaking
A couple
common.
of those are
Oh, okay.
pretty loose.
Well, I'm going to respond to Gnomish.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the point. Like,
Okay.
the socket is
I,
loose.
well, first I'm going to probe. I'm going to say, can we switch to Gnomish? That's going to be a more realistic cell.
Got it. Oh, alright. So, just so you know, he's not really shrinking his size all that much. He's still about, well, close to like 5'5".
Giant ass gnome.
Like I said, a taller version of yourself. Yeah. He pats you on the shoulders as you do that. Like, "Oh, we need to brush you up on your Valnuran, little brother. We need to brush you up on either that or you're just being a dick. Either one is completely possible in our family."
In Undercommon, I say it's the latter.
Do you speak Underdark?
I speak Undercommon, yeah.
Really?
Or under Valnyran, or however we're... Yeah. That was like a contentious point in like the first... I think... what is it? Third? It was, in the first story arc, it was a contentious point because...
Underdark is a language spoken by largely evil races.
Yeah, because I painted, Stay Out on the trapdoor we built over the Underdark passage we found in the catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
In Underdark. Undercommon.
In Undercommon, yeah.
In Undernurin.
Underlord.
Valnyran and then
He
there's
must die.
just
Yeah.
Unnyran.
Yeah.
Undernurin.
I could also start talking in Thieves' Cant, just to confuse it.
Just
No,
That's Abyssal.
yo, homie.
no. This was like that. Blah, 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 blah.
So the funny thing about
with reverb.
Thieves' Cant as a language is Thieves' Cant is just whatever language you already speak, but it's
In code.
a series of code words. Like it takes something like 5 times longer to explain the same thing in Thieves' Cant as in Common, because it's all coded and you're working shit into like what's supposed to sound like a regular conversation.
We're gonna play the game.
I read the
What?
PHP once. Look at me.
Ooh,
I know, right?
I didn't get to that
I'm
part.
gonna need you to assume the position.
Well, you're not
right,
a rogue.
meow.
That's true.
What's that?
I need you to assume the position right, meow. Okay. We're gonna have a great meow day.
I am Fisto. Assume the position. Favorite character in Fallout New Vegas was Fisto.
patting you on the shoulder.
Kid Fisto?
"Now stay close to me, little brother. We don't want you to get lost on
It's a
our way
robot
to entertain
Vegas.
the children." He keeps speaking like this regardless of your attempts to question him and change language. Every time you change languages on him, he'll basically go, "Oh, come on, we're among Azamar now. Show some decorum. We don't want anyone to think we're up to something."
I start speaking.
With my height, I'm always up to something.
I'm going to attempt.
Like stairs.
I'm going to attempt to say what sounds like something in Celestial, based on what I've heard from Solomon.
Okay.
Just to fuck with this guy.
The only thing you've heard me say in Celestial is nothing but curses.
So roll a history check to see how well you remember the pronunciations.
Oh, he can butcher him. It's gonna be fucking great.
Okay, well, 5.
What?
That's
Oh,
a
I could have sworn that was like a 9.
Wasn't it
Okay.
history? Don't you have
So-
bonuses?
I have a +2. Yeah.
Oh!
3 plus 2.
That's a great start to the session, isn't it?
These dice will absolutely kill it once I'm a paladin.
It's not a 1.
That's true.
Right.
So,
It's
You
true.
can test your luck with Destiny.
so
I
it's
assume
kind
my
of like
performance check next. So
it's kind of like trying to repeat a song from Russia or Germany or something like that.
Oh,
Where,
yeah.
where when you're listening to it, it's all right there, but when you try to repeat it, it's like. That's pretty much what starts happening. The changeling starts to chuckle at this.
You get a few solid syllables in, and then it just falls
You
apart.
get a few curses in, and then you kind of sputter out with pronunciation on the other ones.
I wasn't just walking down the street of this city doing a George Carlin fucking impression. Just like every swear word I know, just bam, bam, bam.
Or even the Family Guy, speaking Italian.
Hey, what's it coming to go?
So, eventually you arrive in a city unlike the others. The buildings around you are just as gothic in design, but these seem less cared for, and painted symbols can be seen all over the place, ranging from various demonic-esque little gang signs to sun symbols to swords and broken skulls and like eyeballs with tentacles and shit.
Beholders.
Mm.
Do I recognize any of these? Are any of these secretly thieves' camp codes?
You know what? Make a roll for it.
What kind of roll is that? Investigation?
Investigation, history, your choice. I'll let you
Perception?
Perception or history. Or
It-
both.
Investigation, we'll go with.
Yep.
Because he knows the language.
Because I'm investigating these markings.
Mhm.
8.
8 total?
Yes.
One of them is very familiar. Very fucking familiar. You do not know why. It's the eyeball with tentacles.
Okay.
The eyeball with tentacles is familiar to you.
That's a beholder. Arcana check.
Sure, roll an arcana. Why
Actually,
not?
my Arcana is literally the same modifier. It wouldn't have mattered.
Okay. The changeling speaks out. Welcome home, brother. Welcome to Jaranur. You eventually arrive at St. Eul Orphanage for Lost Angels.
Is this the same place as Arvrax was?
Perhaps the only
Is
building
this
you've seen
character
that
actually
hasn't
Zarvax?
been defaced in one way or another.
You know, when I give you the artistic liberty to take over a character, I don't mean use his asinine behavior to troll me with it. That's not the point.
So turnabout's not fair play?
Yeah.
I see how this is.
You made him, now you gotta suffer with them.
I hate this so much. I can dish it out. I can't take it. You tell me, you tell me.
You walk through the door and immediately get tongue punched in the eyeball.
The character attempts to pick your pocket with a natural 20.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Oh, that was a good roll finally for perception. That would have been like a 19.
It was a joke following up as like Zarvrax would fucking pick his pockets the first chance he gets.
What are you doing?
He licks your tongue and then sticks his hand out to grab your
Yo!
Whoa! Whoa!
You are now Frenching a frog.
Good job.
Oh, Shetty, we be having frog legs tonight!
I mean, have you seen Alvin's mutton chops? He's practically French already.
Going all robot.
We're all robot right now?
Yeah, for the last little bit, you kind of went
Probably because
robot
we're
in
overloaded.
sound.
Yeah,
Domo
no kidding.
arigato.
Is it better?
Domo.
That's better.
Okay, it's probably just
Domo.
because of the laughter, like,
Well,
encircling
and also
phone.
the echo in this.
0 1
It
1
might be
0
the
1
Discord
0
settings I
0
have
1 0 1 1 0
Alright.
1 1 0 1 0 1 1.
Thanks,
So-
back.
perhaps the only building
I
you've
saw that,
seen
yeah.
that hasn't
vicious
been defaced
asshole.
in one way or another in
Something
this
you feel
city.
like that.
In the front yard, contained by an iron fence, your history as a craftsman in your family shop,
Milkshakes.
you'd be able to determine that
Yard. The milkshake yard.
the a part of the iron fence looks like it was like broken outward and then like put back together at one point.
The iron fence sounds like a blacksmith shop, doesn't it?
In the front yard,
You're referring
contained
to a
by the
literal
iron
fence, right?
Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
just an iron picket fence, basically. Is a large statue of a female Azamar caring for 3 children, 2 running around her and the third in her arms. The lawn is well kept, and the 3-story building is made of fine wood.
Dude, that wood is fine.
The Changeling leads you inside, and then into a basement.
Kinky.
What was strange is that the door
I don't want to know
was-
what's in the basement of an orphanage.
Is that the
Can
door?
we skip this?
Where there's a giant statue of a nice lady with some nice carpet. I mean lawn.
It's a well-trimmed lawn.
Well-trimmed lawn and a nice wooden whatever the fuck it
nice
was.
and some fine
It's a
wood.
Lady Asimar on the statue, right?
Yes.
Now, does she have milkshakes that would bring boys to her yard?
Obviously, they brought 3 children.
This wasn't relevant in the Tales of Dreifel, but it's relevant now. Because a certain pervert had to ask about her jugs.
No, not her jugs, her milkshakes. Get it right.
Tomato, tomato. Roll a d10.
No, I'm literally-
roll a d10
I'm
to
literally
find out how
referring to a dairy
attractive.
beverage.
Roll a d10 to see how attractive this has to be.
Oh,
Whoa, he got a thing for SMR. Twitty doesn't have a thing for, like...
9.
Well, the answer to your question is not really. She's not that well endowed up top.
She's still angel mommy.
You better watch out, she might have
Apparently
a penis.
And she does. Her building is made of fine wood, after all.
Are Asimar's traps, is that canon?
No. The only race that could be
Elves.
Or
traps.
changelings?
Yes. Changelings and elves.
Changelings don't count. They can shape their bodies, so they can physically not have a penis.
Wouldn't a female dwarf, though, be like a reverse trap? Because, I mean, they got the beard.
It's still a trap, just for the opposite sex.
Right, okay, good point.
That's what I'm here for. Make good points.
Freaking Astolfa, right?
The Changeling leads you inside and then directs you into the basement. What was strange to you is that the door was unlocked, and you don't hear anything in this building.
It's a trap.
You don't see anyone either.
Okay.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't voiced your.
Have you seen Admiral Akbar recently?
The basement is dark and uncluttered. The Changeling lights a candle and sits down at a table, offering you to sit across from him.
Now that there's light, I'm going to do a quick sweep of the place.
By all means. Perception.
I'm doing this to make sure there's nothing unsafe or unholy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't help. It's a 9.
So
you need to roll your dice, you know? I mean...
I got less room. Suppose I could try from like... Yeah, that's not much bad. Well, that kind of bounced off the wall. That's even worse. Yeah, I could just raw dog it on the table and just ignore all this nice stuff. Okay, yeah. First one was a 9.
Alright, so... The room itself does not appear to be used all that often. It's primarily seemingly used for dry storage for, things like dried up meats and stuff like that. Dried up meats? What the fuck? Dried meats. Thank you. Containers for water. Right? Good catch. And additional, tools for lawn keeping and, woodworking in case things break down and tools and stuff.
So, hold on a sec. What is the term? I'm having a brain fart here. What is the term for the basement style storage that they had before? That they had before refrigeration. Where they would.
Cellars.
Okay. Well, because
you have a cellar with an ice chest.
Right. Oh, well.
Because
Because
heat rises.
It's probably more specific term, but
Well, and your ground provides.
Cellar/pantry.
The Changeling speaks. The other orphans are in
kill
the
it.
middle of a field trip of sorts.
Oh, it's that guy.
It's the caregiver's attempt at calming them down with the barrier coming up.
I forgot there was another changeling. Come on.
We should be able to speak freely in here. After all, no one dares attempt anything that could harm a child of Dreifel. Because if you do, and the changeling shifts his form into that of a human child, maybe 14 or 15 years of age, the big bad Raw will come for you.
Solomon through a wall, fucking kicks him in the forehead.
The barrier creaks and shatters as Raw breaks through the barrier and
All
comes
you
to
hear is,
tackle your ass.
It's like, let's make
No,
sure he's going
no,
through the siege.
No, see,
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, it worked.
he rages.
See you guys.
He rages silently.
Oh, no. The whole attempt would be, okay, so we're behind the siege line. He's nowhere to be found. All I gotta do is punt a child and watch him just and hope he comes through the siege.
The Warforged scatter in terror as a silent knight is just rugby charging through the fucking
Silent
Boom! Warforged flying way up.
night.
You see a Warforged commander, a ballista, a titan.
Colossus.
A Colossus just pratfalls. He smiles far bigger than a human face should allow.
We all float down here, Georgie.
That's a really jarring image. With very few words, you were able to invoke something very terrifying.
Thank you.
Just landed smack dab in the middle of that uncanny valley.
Mr. Grinch. Got cockroaches.
A 14, 15-year-old kid, too.
That teenager and kids, like 12 and under.
Listen, bub. If I shave these off, I also look like a child. Don't try me.
Ooh. I do like someone with fire.
Fire.
All right, who ripped one? I can smell it.
Wait, because I didn't care. No, you're not here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm just imagining these two.
Like, which one?
I'm just imagining like two people sitting at a table with a single candle in this dark basement underneath and suddenly just this ass just appears out of nowhere. Did someone rip ass?
What happened? Just that dead stare, like you're sleepwalking. All right, who ripped ass? Where the fuck did he go?
Etal, because that's his name.
Etal.
Yep.
He's kind of short.
He's also known as Etal, right?
He props his feet on the table. Name's Etal. Not that you'll believe me. I've already showed up in 3 different forms.
I got nothing to write notes on here, Chief, so I'm going to take your word for it, Etal.
You short.
Just remember, he
That was a
tall.
character.
Like he.
It's kind of meta.
Oh,
I think I'm funny sometimes.
that was pretty. Well, looks and everything. Don't worry.
Oh, thanks. God damn it. That was a good burn. That was a real good burn. Anyway, sorry, go on.
So, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Bippity boppity.
Yeah. What's it going to go?
Awfully calm for someone who listened to a complete and total changeling tell you that your parents are in danger.
Well, I don't know if I can trust you yet, so... You could be lying to manipulate me.
I mean, if you can give me a reason why I could benefit from manipulating you, I'd love to hear it.
I mean, could you give me a reason why you would benefit from assisting me?
Oh, I've got plenty.
Oh, well, go for it.
Mainly because if what happens, the place I live won't be rent-free anymore.
Oh, they're going to destroy this orphanage.
Sure.
Sure is not a very convincing answer.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated than that.
I've got time for a long story, and I pull up a chair and also put my feet up.
Your parents were summoned to this kingdom due to knowledge that your old man could be useful against the tin cans outside.
That's probably true.
Apparently, he dabbled in things called modruns, or clockworks,
Yeah.
which
I can do
are
those too.
which were considered precursors to the Warforged.
I pull up my Clockwork Firestarter again, and I kind of like undo a few things, then I open it up to show it to him.
He leans over and he's like,
I give him a few seconds, and I go,
It's for leatherwork.
interesting.
and pocket it.
It's called a stylist.
Oh.
You mean a stylus?
Stylist.
So far, so good. Well, the danger came from someone else in the kingdom finding out about this and devising a plan of their own.
Like a conspiracy among shapeshifters.
Nah. Yeah, I'd know if there were another shapeshifter around here. You tend
you?
to know.
Gets tongue punched by a frog in the eye.
Trust me, changelings have a certain tell.
The burp was in character, by the way.
2 out of 10. The danger your family faces lies in the struggle for power that will no doubt take place here. And the Warforged attacking now is just the distraction that's needed to put this plan in motion.
So what do you suggest I do?
Well,
Everything but what you're not doing.
all things considered, you just need to find out who...
Is the problem?
Yeah.
It's a precious commodity these days.
Is it?
It's just expensive when you can find it. Sorry.
Really?
Isopropyl?
Really? Because we use it at work all the time.
Because people are buying it up because of the virus or whatever.
Oh.
Oh, it's like $4 over at Cub Food.
Oh, shit. Okay. I guess it has been
Or you
like 2
can go
years
to
since the
Micro
virus
Center
started.
and get like the gallon jugs for like $10.
Yeah, so that's 70 or 90 though.
This one's 70. I've got the 90 in my room.
So,
That's for clean my PC parts.
well, see, I can only be in so many places at once, and I've got a reputation to uphold. You, on
Reputation
the
of
other
being a
hand...
child.
Well, yes.
That doesn't really track.
Well, that's my reputation, I'm sticking to it.
That's weird.
You're weird.
That's also true.
Like I said, I've got a knack for seeing things.
Really? How many fingers am I holding up?
1.
It's a bald fist. Fuck you.
You should have went.
A
Have
bald
you seen
fist?
these?
Bald.
These what?
Yeah,
These
you
nuts?
you have no hair in your hand.
Correct.
No wonder you're weird.
Okay. And I do both arms and I go, how many fingers am I holding up now?
There's not much of one. Off-screen physical humor.
Yes.
That's not really a sign-in for gnomes.
Oh,
but-
he doesn't have no.
But it's 2 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a total dick and be like,
Yeah.
how many
So-
fingers I hold up? None, but 4 at the same time. Dude, bandages, not fingers, apparently.
I just think of
The
the
thumbs.
The
Thumbs are
brute.
unique.
Was it
Mandibles.
Was it Evan Almighty? No, it's Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
When he-
I love that
7.
scene.
I did that to Gandhi. He wouldn't eat for 7 days.
He didn't eat for 2 weeks. That was great. My favorite line of the movie. Oh man.
Good theory that Morgan Freeman's actually Satan
Yeah.
and not God. Why else would he give the power out?
True.
So, you have a far easier time in seeing that family. I have a suspicion that the people who want to manipulate them are going to be nearby when they, well, just nearby.
Okay.
And they're very specific about who they have to escort. Very difficult for me to be on the payroll for that particular day.
Mostly because you are a child in an orphanage.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, the trigger part's getting the armor. The rest of it can be taken care of.
So, your family are being guest to a lord of Sturiel, Anakash Loriest.
That's so close to Anna Casperi, and it's giving me flashbacks.
Who?
But your father works here in Jaranur.
Don't worry about it. She's an awful person who shouldn't be named.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh, no, I was thinking Anna Casperi of the Young Turks, but then there's also Anita Sarkeesian.
I'm waiting for it to...
Those two are too close together, and now my head is spinning because they've now multiplied, and it's terrifying.
Are you sure it's not those mushrooms?
There's now this Dragon Ball fusion of the two.
Bessie found the drug ball.
Oh.
But your father works here in Jaranur. Where exactly, I do not know. They take him to a different building each time, and they're very picky about their choice of escort.
So, how are you useful to me?
Oh, very simple. I know things.
Such as?
Well, I've already given you information. What do you have to give to me in return for new ones?
I pull a few copper out of my pocket and just kind of... 3 copper.
3 copper.
2 copper. Final offer.
What do I look like, Tiny Tim?
Yes! You are a child in an orphanage. You should take the 2 copper.
I've got more than 2 copper.
3 copper. Well, that offer's off the table now. You waited too long.
Well, I can be useful for you in many ways. Information, infiltration.
Yeah, kid, I don't swing that way.
Hell, I can even get you into places that would normally be completely inaccessible.
Such as?
And that's information.
I already know where this one went.
And how much does that information cost?
Doesn't have to be money.
Do I want information for information?
I'd be okay with that.
What if I were to tell you that Stormwind's monarchy has been compromised because the princess has gone missing? But I know where she is. Oh, come to think of it, Stormwind, I have some business there. Hold on. And I kind of like crack my knuckles and I go, boop. And I drop the bag of holding on Nikolai's clothing. And just 1,000 pounds of shit just shoots out the barracks. I was wondering how long you were going to hold that on.
Well, you won't know the effects until you see him again.
It doesn't matter. I could never see him again in my life, and I've already won.
This isn't happen to be the charm that put the sending stones on, is it?
No, this is I don't know if you were here for this session. I used my magical imbuing as an artificer to turn one of the pockets of his nice dress robes into a bag of holding.
Yeah, no, I was there for that session because I gave you something that I tampered with.
You sewed one on the inside of a cloak and then filled it.
I think that's what it was.
Either way,
then shoveled a bunch of horse manure into it. And now as I drop that, the bag is inside out, and its contents. Not 1,000 pounds. What is it? 500 pounds.
500 pounds. Yeah, 500 pounds.
There we go.
Bless you.
And then Alvin's just going to be chuckling to himself.
So, where exactly is this princess?
So, you're going to need more context. And I take my feet off the table, kind of do one of these numbers off camera, and then I put my feet back up on the table. And I go, so the Silver Bear Guild is led by this dude named Orion, right? And he's taken the princess, and they've gone to fuck, this is not a character, I know the name of it. To the King's Port. King's Port? Fuck, where's the map?
To Dreyfell?
No, the
Captain's Port?
Captain's Port, that's the one. And the princess is going to be Orion's apprentice, but the mother doesn't approve. Carmela, that's the one. Oh, Ziana.
Zavana, that's a dog.
Zavana. Yes. Zavana Vale.
Etal is investigating you.
Okay. Am I persuading him?
Well, you're technically lying to him.
Oh, do I know that I'm... Silver Bear Guild. So I mean, Breck is the Orion's sister. Okay. That's not me lying, that's me misremembering.
Yeah, because you were informed that the Silver Bear Guild was helping out in the defense of Jaleel.
Oh, did I know that?
You were, because you made the comment, oh, those guys are here.
Okay. So the Orion thing I misremembered and the Jaleel thing I lied about. Okay. It's a mixed bag.
Alright, so technically you are decepting him about the
Deceiver.
where exactly.
Yes.
So roll a deception. You lying
It's a
bastard.
deception for holy purposes.
You're lying to the dice.
You try to convince your dice and it didn't work.
It's an 8. Keep in mind I'm proficient in deception. That's with my proficiency and my...
You know, maybe instead of lying to your dice, you should just roll. You should just do things in.
I'm gonna go get my other dice. I actually remembered other dice this week, so I'm gonna...
Etal is just gonna give you the stink eye and go, see, I don't know what you're lying to me about, but I know you're holding something back.
You can corroborate my story with the Silver Bear Guild.
You mean the Silver Bear Guild that's here? In Jaleel?
Their guild hall is in Stormwind.
Is that their head hall?
No, it's all right.
Okay, thought so.
Stormwind is
I don't know if Alvyn knew that.
Stormwind
Well, he was a member of the guild, so I would assume that he knew.
still is, technically. He just hasn't been paid by them for a while.
We got dice for doing bad things and dice for doing good things.
Roll your liar's dice.
Where is it?
I got my
This
liar's
is
dice
so
right
much
here.
lighter, it's kind of throwing me off. Zach, you look very nice today. 18 on a lie, that's pretty good.
Alvyn looks useful. Yeah, I can do that too.
So,
Sure, you can repair that ballista.
Alvyn is
Oh,
useful.
it is? So my dice.
So it doesn't lie with the truth either. So
Your dice is just omniscient, though. That doesn't...
it's omnipotent.
It's
No, omniscient, not omnipotent. I would not want to live in have a die be control of my life. That'd be scary.
When I take a shower, should I wash my sack?
Highly recommend.
Will it be bad if I don't?
Yes.
Middle of the ground.
it's not terrible that you don't, but it's still recommended that you do.
Is it good to? I suppose it's great to give some bitch the stank balls.
Okay, now with my good dice, I highly recommend you bathe regularly. It's a 15.
See?
I highly recommend you actually help in combat. That's an 11.
Okay. Alright, so I deceived him successfully. Go on.
Oh no, he saw through that. Because you got an 8 and he rolled an 8, and as a changeling, he's got a plus in the whole, like, figuring thing out.
They know all the telltales and signals that people give off unconsciously.
So, how about we let you think on telling me the truth as the DM asks the other players who wants to go next.
He says it in character.
Rolen. That's Kalu. That's 19. Let's go on next. Unless Rolen actually wants.
Well, who wants to go next?
I'm gonna blow my nose.
I mean, we made it into the city, and you know, Rolen really only has one thing on his mind at this point, so.
Finish the prime directive.
Basically.
Are we waiting on? We're waiting on either Kalu or Omen, I guess.
And I do know that I need to make a certain roll.
A what?
I do know that I need to make a certain roll.
Ah, yes. Well, technically, no. We couldn't. We didn't convene last week. Not enough people showed up, so we just watched Lord of the Rings and played chess. So you're safe.
Nice.
I was here. I was just dead to the world.
Very much unconscious.
Was that the eject?
No, I don't know what this does. Just shiny, so I kind of
It's for a bigger base that just goes.
So,
snapping.
clicked into place.
If we're doing
So
Kalu
I'm the
first,
cameraman now.
So you see, I am the cameraman now.
Let me pan over to Kalu. Let's see. Ooh, Idaho is that way.
Wasn't he in Norway?
We're not even trying for states anymore.
Denmark!
Yeah,
Get it right!
He's in
Denmark!
Bujumbura.
He's in
What?
what?
Hey,
Bujumbura?
Gesundheit!
listen,
What?
listen.
The city in Zimbabwe.
Listen. He's in Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
See, I was gonna say that, but you know, I would have been rushing the things a little bit.
Oh!
Kalu is the ghost of Kiev.
We'll have to fight over that one.
I would, but they're already doing it.
I know!
Shots fired.
Oh!
They're like stormtroopers. They
Did you
miss
see the
pretty
one-
much every
He's got
shot.
nothing to do, so he's just wandering around, rolling. So
All right.
Did you see the one where Ghost of Kiev was
So-
identified its picture? Someone like put Trump in there.
Yeah, I saw that from the Babylon.
So,
and he could just jump the story forward and go run off after his arch nemesis and himself ritually slaughtered.
Split the
Isn't he-
party.
so Kalu, you are instructed by the soldiers to make a hole, and that the wreckage of the Warforged is to be confiscated by the Dracul military. By the time you look around, all of your companions have vanished from sight. Alvyn you sort of expected, and this is Omen's home, but Rolen is the one you find puzzling. Where the fuck did the knife-eared bastard go? No, the red-skinned knife-eared bastard. No, wow. There's a lot of knife-eared bastards here.
What?
Not actually as many knife-eared bastards as an actual elven city, but
God, that fridge.
See,
It's
does
still
he
a,
respond
I mean, it's still a
to
significant
this,
percentage, though, right?
not really.
Oh,
See,
okay.
does he respond to the command to get out of the way?
You are lawful neutral
Nope,
now.
he does not.
Headphones? Yeah.
You are lawful neutral, and I will mention that at this point in time, if you do not get out of the way, they will push through you.
That's what she said.
Yeah, getting swag, getting
Does he move? Oh,
Does he move?
you don't move.
The Die of Destiny has
Apparently my
spoken.
dice don't want me to move.
Well, you are eventually fucking yanked and pulled and moved out of the way.
He's being stubborn.
Level 10 is 64.
With his like 8-foot sword. You still have that 8-foot monster sword, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You gotta remember, he's like 19 years old. He's
Mm-hmm.
a fucking teenager.
Suddenly you
He
hear
just
a
got told to
crackling.
do something. He's not gonna do it.
Suddenly you hear the crackling of small lightning localized behind you, and a high-pitched voice attempting to sound deep. Drop your weapon, trickster! You're under arrest for aiding the princess's escape!
What?
Turn around to see what it is.
Is that a Shrek reference?
No, actually.
Okay.
Oh, is this what you were telling me about?
You turn around to see a young dragonborn girl in Heroes Guild colors.
64,000. Yes.
Her scales are blue and has braided blonde hair, and stands at roughly 4 feet tall. Her eyes are a sky blue and humanoid as opposed to a typical draconic, and her tunic has a coat of arms that depict the symbols of the brass dragon head of Stormwind, and
Did you know she was here?
on the upper left side...
No, I had
Sorry.
no idea. I didn't think I was lying about the captain's port thing. I clearly misremembered that.
On her upper left of this, like kind of like a squared kite shield type of coat of arms, is the brass dragon head of Stormwind, and on her lower right is the silver bear of the Heroes Guild.
Is she still on a pogo stick?
No.
No, fuck. Or sorry, GoPo stick.
She holds
my-
in her
my own
hand
invention
a
of a-
curved
of a
dagger
GoPo
with the
stick.
insignia of a lightning bolt along the flat of the blade. You see sparks dance off of it.
She's already got it?
She is not attempting to hide her massive fucking toothy grin. You're shorter than I remember.
This kid's asking to get beat.
Wow.
She's,
Wouldn't.
she
from
she
a
spreads
pixie.
her arms wide and attempts to hug you. As
Does your mother know you're out of bed?
she hugs you as best she can, but keep in mind she's a 4-foot child trying to hug a 7-foot tall half-orc.
This small child just shoves her face in your crotch.
Well, I was gonna say she's
Cole
about
leaned down to pick
she's
her
about
up
his preferred height range.
Puts her on her shoulder. Just there you go. That's better.
You just suplex her. Don't even have to like lean down.
Sack of potatoes.
I was like, no. We need to get you up in there a little bit. See, isn't that bad? Whoa!
He just falls backwards. Crunch.
Is that a bread sandwich? Oh.
No. Peanut butter and jelly.
No. Okay.
Would a bread sandwich require 2 pieces of bread or 3 pieces of bread?
No, a bread sandwich is a whole loaf
least
of bread
3.
cut in half with another slice of, or another loaf of bread inside. It's a breadwich.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, would a bread sandwich require like 2 slices of bread or 3 slices of bread? 3? I
At
would
least
think
3.
so.
See, I didn't see you had 2 unique sandwiches with filling. I just saw both
A hand
outer
and
pieces
bread.
and then an inner part. And I'm like, that's a bread sandwich.
You want to get all artisty. White bread, honey roasted wheat bread, and fucking sesame or something. Make that a
Rye. Make it rye or pumpernickel.
Yeah, make a fucking
Get a really
fancy sandwich.
have a really diverse sandwich.
So,
One of these
Anywho.
slices. Yeah.
Cue
Have
up,
a toast
cue up,
sandwich.
cue up Pornhub intro.
now what did you say that she was doing? So no, sorry. What did you say that you were doing before you did there? That's better.
Shifting her away from my crotchal area.
Ah.
She's only like 4.5 fucking feet tall.
Fair enough. And she kind of goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot. You
Pick her up on
fair
stuff.
fairskins have a problem with that, don't you? Dragonborn, we don't have that problem.
Dragonborn don't got outside penises.
Ours are what's called retractable.
They're innies.
No, Dragonborns are just non-existent.
Yeah,
I mean,
after they were-
apparently mine is.
Oh, poor child. Has no one told you? It's like
I
the
heard your
dudes in
mother
middle
was a
school.
dragon.
What
Good
about
because
the
she be
version of
dragging
these
all
yet?
across my face.
It's like the
Let's just go to
dudes in
Bravo
sex
and
ed
find
in
out.
middle school who were like, when do I get my period? Like, oh, brother.
Not even in the middle.
You
They
missed
actually
the fucking boat, my dude.
they actually separated us.
Yeah.
So,
They did all of ours in one shot with everybody in the room. Like, that's the fucking way to do it.
In elementary school, they split us. In middle school, when they do the remedial, it's all together.
Oh, we were in middle school. That's just where we learned it. And they had health class in fucking 10th grade or whatever, and they teach it to you again, and it was fucking funnier then.
when I was in high school, they had this mandatory thing one time, and of course, this was back during my more
love me.
my more jokester years. So when they ask us all,
jokes you use?
when they ask us how are we doing today this morning, I raise my hand and I say a little stiff, but otherwise okay.
I'm gonna mug you, right?
Yeah, thanks.
Fucking
I appreciate
Let's
that.
mug him!
Mug him?
Let's mug him!
QB had to introduce himself in fucking class and like, you gotta say one interesting thing about you. And he's like, I am QB, I have crabs, and he sat down. Hermit crabs.
So, well, it's nice to see you. What are you doing here?
Oh! Well, that's easy. Master Orion has been keeping the princess entertained.
Master Orion?
He's got one hell of a
We went to the Everwind Mountains to drop off the first batch of eggs. They were the white dragon eggs. We went to the Soul River, dropped off some green dragon eggs. And now we're here on a special mission, while the others finish returning the dragon eggs. Rude.
Pop can ASMR.
Don't splashes on the mic.
I was very cautious and careful about that.
What are you doing here?
Aim to kill somebody.
Nice!
I love Savannah.
Who?
I don't know yet.
Well, he got the crazy bitch and the ankle biter and
When you say ankle biter, do you mean this one?
Do you mean this one? Kalu, do you mean this one?
well, I'm trying to remember who he left alive because I know he did leave one of the guys alive.
The gnome squasher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have his name in my notes, actually. That's one of the ones I wrote down.
Yes. Lots and lots of people.
That sounds a little excessive.
One has to have goals.
It's a goal that covers a wide area of whoever I gotta kill is gonna die.
Let's see. Well. Oh, I guess I'll go. Still carrying her. I'll just go see if I can go find Rolen.
All right.
Like I'm sure everyone else will be. I'm sure everyone else, especially you bastard Rolen, will be very, very, very happy to see you.
Oh! I totally forgot about the promise he made. Did he find out who my dad is? I kind of stopped caring after we went on adventures, though I probably shouldn't have done that.
Does Kalu actually know that? Answer that question?
I mean, from what you remember, you can take your guesses.
I think Roland does know for sure, though, right?
I think Roland gave
Yes and no.
You'll have to get the details from him.
No, you did find
Sure,
out
he'd
that
be-
one sequence.
Sure, he'd be glad to tell you.
Did you?
Yes, she did.
Did you say her father was?
Our film,
Oh.
It doesn't
What'd you
track.
say, Matt?
right? Doesn't track.
Basically, I just said that she'll have to get the details from him, and that he'll be very, very happy to tell her.
Gotcha.
Meta knowledge, I know who it is.
Well, so do I. Well, Roland has suspicions.
So you pick her up and you look around. And you suddenly notice a fairly sized crowd of Dreifel soldiers staring at you as they wait behind the wall for their own deployment. You see a couple of them whisper to the others replying. One of them slapping another in the chest plate and then just kind of like nodding his head towards you.
Why did that child pick up that small child? Should we call the authorities? We are the authorities, dumbass.
Oh, just stare at him and ask him, "Can I help you?" But you never seen you never seen a half-orc pick up a dragonborn before?
Literally, no.
A couple of them look a little irritated. The other ones look a little confused and like intrigued. And suddenly from behind you, you hear this. All right, now, that's enough gawking, you lot. Nothing to see here. Gone. And you see an old Azamar walking past you, shooing away the officers. This old Azamar has got the nice refined, short, graying hairline. You know, he has the physique of someone who was clearly an athlete at one point in his life, but has now just gotten so old that I cannot be bothered to give a shit. The officers themselves just kind of still giving you one last stink eye. Well, not necessarily a stink eye. One of them does. The others are just kind of like all right. And they just kind of like one last passing glance at you, and then they move to a different spot to wait.
I make note of the one that gives me a stink eye.
Mm.
Just watching you.
The Azamar turns to face you, and
While
he's got this.
Oliner just pull out the notebook, start writing down details.
The Azamar has this. He's got what I would describe as an old countryman's wrinkling kind of face. A little tan here and there, just from the time in the sun. You'll have to forgive them.
Got my old sheet.
You're the first orc they've ever seen who hasn't immediately tried to kill them, their sons, rape their women, kidnap their daughters. It's going to take some time for them to adjust.
This should all be the same generally. Yeah, but you're
Still considering it.
That's my
Zavanna
Yeah.
speaks up. Hi, Cal! Why, hello again, young lady.
That's right there.
He offers his hand to you. Name's Calrun McCoy. Most folk call me Cal. I'm a doctor from Danesis. That's the city way up there if you've never been.
Yuck.
Kalu, name's Kalu, and no, never been.
Are you going to shake his hand?
No, I'm just gonna. I mean, he's how tall is he? And do I feel like do I feel like doing this? Nope. Apparently, he doesn't want me to. All right. I was just gonna pat him on the head, but on the shoulder. But yeah, I'll shake his hand.
All right.
Instead, I won't be that much of a teenage dick.
Mm-hmm. Calron or Cal McCoy is about, I'd say 5'11", but you get the feeling that he was taller earlier in his life because he's a little slouched. So, tell me, what turned you away from Grumsh?
Huh?
That'll do it. Don't even know who he is. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's good enough for me. And he just kind of like slaps you on the arm a little. Just come on. Might as well get you away from the prying eyes. Seems like you would prefer your privacy. And he starts walking inward out of El.
Is Giovanna here by herself?
You're not here.
Sorry.
Are you coming or not?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Give an old man some conversation, young man.
Yeah. Hold your horses, old man. I'm making my way over.
Zavanna is gonna poke your head a little bit and go, just so you know, they don't use horses here. They use giant rams!
They're not that big. Seen bigger.
They're just average.
They're just average giant rams.
So, what brings you out this far, young man? Can't imagine someone like you coming over here just for no reason at all. Especially with the barrier coming up. Haven't seen that thing come up in 150 years.
Look.
Don't worry, I caught it.
I mean, you know, a little bit of revenge, a little bit of following some friends around.
Hmm?
Revenge.
Revenge
Shits and
twice.
giggles.
He likes revenge.
Well, if it's revenge you want, you might have come to the right place. Some odd time ago, Dryfell was considered to be the epicenter of all evil. I like to think we've reformed a little bit. This war going on, don't know for sure anymore. Get to be my age, you tend to be a little colorblind, so to speak. Everyone just looks like a patient. 4 out of 10. Yeah. So, what do you plan to do while you're here? Revenge first or friends first?
Well, I guess that depends on the rest of my party members and if I run into the son of a bitch that I want to kill. Also a nice person that I want to, that wronged me so much.
Alright. Not exactly a big fan of killing, but some people need to be put down. Well, whatever you plan to do, stay vigilant. Last few nights there have been reports of people coming in, just getting attacked. Some of them dying, some of them just completely changing. Don't know what it is, really. There's a dark magic brewing.
These reports mention how they were attacked.
Some of them, yes. Others, keep a tight lip. Those ones you want to watch out for. Some of them just end up with their heads caved in. Bodies found in the corners of the alleyways. Some of them just hanging upside down. Thrown into windows and walls. Supposedly, though, guards of the upper cities get their herd in the middle of the night, just shrieking bloody murder. Then, nothing. They're just different somehow. Refusing to socialize. I can understand that. War and all. The war's not up in the upper cities. Not as far as I know. They say that the Warforged are up there too.
Find these people that were attacked.
Hmm?
Where might one find these people that were that survived these attacks? On what?
Most of them are found in Geranur, but a lot of them are in the other cities above and below it. Oh, that's right. You don't know which one's above and below it.
There is nothing below a Geranur.
Sure, there is a bunch of dirt.
Few attacks in Danesis. Not many, though. And as far as below it is concerned, it's more Era 10. But... yeah. Well, I appreciate you giving an old man some time. This is my stop. Picking something up for the younger folks in the hospitals today. And he stops in front of a building in the Outerville district called Fungi and Fungibles.
Nice. Nice. What sort of wares do they have in fungi and fungibles?
You're not there.
Well, it's quite intriguing, actually.
Yeah.
The exterior is decorated with various animal life playing on different types of fungi.
What kinds of fungi?
All sorts of fungi.
Yes.
The fungus that grows on trees, the
Okay.
fungus that grows on cobblestone, the
Sure.
fungus that grows on your ass.
Okay. like what specific species would you say?
If you know them, I'm all ears. And no, not mushrooms.
No, fungi. Like mycelium fungi or like mushroom fungi?
I said not mushroom fungi.
Oh.
I'm lying. There are a couple of mushrooms. But not the mushrooms that get you high.
No.
I don't remember what those ones are called.
Well,
Fun?
Not
Guy?
No. There are actually multiple species that will get you
yeah.
in an altered chemical mental state.
The psilocybes are the family that have psilocybin, and Psilocybe cubensis is the most common one, but there's you know what the first word is. There's like 8 totals. There's like 8 total varieties, but one makes up like 99% of like.
But I was thinking about like the one with the red top and the white dots. That
Oh yeah, that's not the psilocybin producing.
no, but it'll still get you
Anyway.
weirded out.
Oh yeah, it'll still fuck you up. There's a lot of stuff that's like poisonous or pseudo poisonous.
McCoy is going to excuse himself. He offers to shake your hand one more time before he goes inside the actual store.
Doesn't want company, more of a lone. Never mind. Lone Wolf was McQuaid, not McCoy. I fucking corrected my joke after. I am such a funny dude.
Zavanna does speak up. Bye, Cal! And then she kind of does whisper to you. He's not wrong about that, though. Recently, the whole place has felt a lot colder. I don't know why. It just does.
Because of the lack of air circulation. I'm just kidding.
Seeing more... We're seeing a lot more vicious animals, too. Like, just getting more and more pissed off.
Well, if it's animals, then Rolen will have some say in this.
Oh, yeah! He's a furry.
On-screen physical humor.
Furry's nice. Scales are better.
Kalu will just shake his head and just walk off to try to find Rolen.
Alright. So Zavanna just starts recounting epic tales of adventure on the Everwind Mountains. And I will cut back to you
Inside
in a
check
minute.
her.
Who's next? Rolen or Omen?
You want to go?
I'll let the jury go.
All right. I'm honestly kind of curious as to where Rolen actually went
I
because
got the home turf advantage.
Yeah.
Last.
yep. See where the bar gets set by the other players, right?
Like the others, you were hurried away from the battle's aftermath. The soldiers insist that you head inside Outerville, assuring you that they can handle things from here. Omen received a summons and was escorted higher up the mountain. The messenger informed you that all the summons...
Can I ask him
What?
before he heads off the mountain?
You can ask one question.
Yeah. Hey, Father, and he pulls out the amulet. Have you ever seen anything like this?
How many times have I gotten that back for you now?
There's supposed to be 3 more. Do you know of any in the cities, on the mountain?
I am going to lie through my teeth and not say a damn thing because I do know one because I was told of one by Freed. But I'm not going to say it should be like... Do I have to do performance for that? Or is it just not saying anything?
You can roll deception. Live omission.
What if I'm not actually saying anything? There's nothing in there.
Yeah, you can definitely refuse to answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's an 18.
An 18? Alright.
Yes, I have a plus 9 to insight.
Alright then.
Does he actually? Yes.
So,
I suppose I could look there too, yeah.
so it's one of those things where you get the feeling that he remembers it from somewhere. He's definitely not telling you something, but doesn't feel like...
Been someone.
Yeah.
You're preoccupied? Okay. Busy. Okay.
The messenger informing you that the summons is for the High Priest alone. Not long after, you feel a hand limply touch your shoulder.
Kinky.
He's gonna...
It is a
Look.
soldier, presumably from the wall. He doesn't look quite right. His eyes don't move as he kind of sways in place.
Can I
Can you insect check him?
insight
Yes.
check him? All right. Oh, okay. What do I get with
Oh,
a
fuck.
28?
You take a moment to adjust to your new vision,
God damn it.
and you realize this man in front of you is dead.
Okay.
He is being animated by a familiar force, and you don't feel any danger coming from him. He speaks in a gasping voice. Walk with me, brother.
Oh, it's our field again. God damn it.
There are eyes everywhere. He then lurches forward, flinging an arm up as if suggesting you help him.
How many times I gotta kill this bastard?
Right.
Kind of just flings his arm over your shoulder and just kind of like limps, so he hangs a little bit.
All right, and he's gonna like shove his hand off. Don't touch me.
Well, he's hanging on you.
Don't touch me, or I'm gonna expose you.
Do that anyway.
You
Not that kind of exposed.
zombified. Yeah.
It's not what I was...
Your mission is more important than your pride.
Damn it.
Take your hand off my shoulder or I'll force you to drop trow.
Yeah. Siegfried?
Yes.
Oh, it's that one.
Could you find a slightly less disgusting messenger?
No.
Fine, lead on. But still, don't touch me.
He has no choice. You get the feeling that if this thing was walking around, people would know.
Mm.
The buildings have been damaged by various means, but mostly by stray ammunition launched by the Warforged.
Nice.
They stand Gothic in design and orderly, built out of an off-white stone and supported by hardwood framing. Many of them only single-story, but as you go further inward, the standard shifts to 2 stories tall. The roads are well-maintained cobblestone, and there aren't many fences to divide the buildings themselves. Citizens who rush past you give you a glance, but they don't seem to suspect anything, and they continue to the gates in a standard military-style march.
Here, here's
that
what Roland's gonna be like. Okay, we're gonna pick your military. Roland's gonna say, "All right, give me a moment, and we'll make this at least a little more convincing." And he's gonna is there any cloth shown on the soldier's body?
Oh, there's plenty of cloth.
Okay, so he's gonna rip apart. He's gonna rip a piece of his shirt, say, right, and like bind it around his head to make it look like he's got a head wound. All right, fine, let's go.
Eventually, the corpse leans heavily to one side and directs you into a side walkway between the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Once between them, and sufficiently further inward, it speaks. And I'll forego the heavy
Yeah, because that would ruin your vocal cords into it.
Your method to stall that section of the Warforged advance was sound, but your larger plan seems wanting. How do you intend to find the last pendant if you make enemies of highly respected captains?
You're really going to do this to me?
Well, Siegfried is very single-minded.
If he... I simply improved his chances that... Because he doesn't know how to take advantage of that is not my fault.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have, and I'm not saying he couldn't have. But the fact remains, you overstepped, and as a military officer, he will remember that.
That's fine. I'm not military.
No, but every citizen in this kingdom is.
Good for them. I just need the amulet.
And you would have had a much easier time getting into installations or getting favors from them by playing nice. The mission is not what I write. Right. This will not end your mission. There are divides even here between the cities, between the captains. It's simply a warning. Be careful. That is all I advise you.
Thank you for the warning. I'm more used to dealing with animals out on my own than this kind of organized chaos.
It has its own symphony.
I'm not much of a musician either.
When you live as long as I have, you must enjoy the simple things.
I suppose.
Twinkies!
Tallahassee? Sorry.
Here, corpse, have a Twinkie. Why? You're not you when you're hungry.
The best one's like,
Snickers,
I finally found a Twinkie. Oh, there's fucking buckshot in it!
Snowballs.
I hate snowballs.
What an iconic.
It's not the taste, it's the consistency.
Yeah. Oh,
Because aren't snowballs like coconut coated?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your decision will unfortunately make certain decisions more difficult, I imagine. But it is still not the end of your mission.
Obviously not.
You are still to locate the last pendant.
The last pendant? Where's
If it
where's
is-
the second? Where's the third one?
He told you it's in a pocket dimension.
Oh, that's right.
If it is in use, it'll be in the form of a necklace, and whomever is wielding it will be very powerful indeed. If it isn't being used, it is likely emitting some kind of aura, seeking out a host vessel.
How can I track it?
Use your own powers to locate it. Trust in the dreams of the people around you, for dreams cannot lie. When you have something to report, find this corpse. I will hear you. And remember, the reason I cannot enter here is because they know who I am. Do not expose yourself.
Drop.
You just whip it out right in front of you.
When in doubt, whip it out.
The question is, does a half-elf's dick resemble more a humanoid phallus or an elfish phallus?
It's a stick.
Is it barbed at the end? Is that how
So,
elf
so no.
What?
'Cause
No.
Get it? You know, elves, they're part tree, right? So half of it's bark, the rest of it's flesh.
No, they're not part tree. They're Sylvan. They're not. They're not.
They're
You may be thinking dryads. Dryads are
wood elves or
wood elves are called wood elves because they, you know, they live in the woods. It's but anyway.
There's wood involved.
I sense a great darkness growing in this kingdom. Hasn't been for over 100 years. If you think this corpse is disgusting, and it very, not painfully, but it looks like it's forcing a grin. It's very fucking weird. It's like strings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just wait. And then it just drops.
Mm-hmm. One question before we part.
Only one?
Wow. At this time. Do you know who the next recipient will be?
No. I do not.
Okay.
If you are referring to the pendant in my possession, I have someone in mind.
No,
The pendant you're looking for, I cannot sense who it is, if anyone's wielding it. Dryfell is coated in magic, ancient and new. The top of the mountain connects to the celestial plane, making it very difficult to sense magic from a distance, even ones as powerful as our pendants.
All right. So Rolen is going to put a druidic mark on the bandage on the corpse's head.
Mm-hmm. It's very flowery.
Well, he's gonna put the sigil for compost.
Nice.
He doesn't speak druidic. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
But I have to.
He can't see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna mark this band so I can identify this corpse later.
Mm-hmm. Is that all?
Well, no, I had one other. No. Sorry. Actually, I just had like 3 questions pop up in my head, but
You are forgiven, my son.
we'll
How long has it been since your last confession?
don't ask.
Too late.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Inside check.
How many sins
Oh
could you
yeah,
have
you're
committed?
lying.
How many sins have you committed in 3 weeks? Please come back when you have more time.
I've committed 19.
Jeez.
Are you a MASH fan?
No, I'm a Mask of Zorro fan.
I love how when
okay.
I roll for number of sins committed, like each one decides that this truly is my evil die.
Is the war brewing? So this is a character. Is the war brewing here a side effect of the coming release of the Herald?
No. At least I do not think so. If you wish for information on that, you will require the use of a scryer, or one connected to the god of the forge.
Oh. I might have access to that.
The Warforged attack was sudden and swift.
I noticed.
If it is, I do not know why.
Unless Elodie's been busy here as well as... oh my gosh.
As well as so-and-so, yes.
No, as well as back in... not Ottoville, gosh. Albright. Yeah.
Has Alvyn been Albright? I don't think he has, right?
No, he has not.
Who? Alvyn?
Yeah.
No, that is correct.
I don't even know anything about the whole Savannah's. Why did the father, the lineage, parenthood thing there? Wasn't even aware that was a controversy.
That'd be for role-playing between the characters. Question 1.
Yeah, right. And then, did I ever? I think the Herald might have a human agent besides Arfeld in this walking this world, an elven woman by the name of Elodie. She was the one who poisoned Arfeld Greenleaf's mind, rose him from the dead, and used him like a tool. And
Perhaps.
Last I heard, she was heading towards the coast, but that was at least 3 weeks ago. So she might have.
Well, clarification. Last you heard of her, she was moving towards Dreifel, actually, not the coast.
Pardon me. Okay, yes. So yeah, last I heard of her, she was moving towards Dreifel, so she might be here.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be difficult to find. Elves aren't exactly native here.
There are a few. I'll have to.
Yes, there's you.
Well, you said there were some elves around in
Azamar.
Azamar. Oh, right.
Some Azamar have pointed ears.
Okay. Pointy-eared bastard.
You wanted to talk, Nobi.
Jealous. Jealousy is an ugly thing.
Yeah, my ears are a bitch. Yeah, 'cause the last time we got called an elf, we almost fucking strangled the bitch. Actually, I think he was going to, and I got sidetracked. Try not to fucking walk into anything.
You said you had 3 questions.
Okay, right.
Suddenly, a random gnome passes by and assumes that you and a corpse are having sex.
What?
That's a scene from The Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's legitimately a scene
Uh-huh.
that happens.
Uh-huh.
It's not good.
Wait. Hold the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
A gnome comes by. Is it one of the characters? Like the main cast?
Scanlan
Scanlan comes by. He was fucking
sees a corpse and a dying individual in the shadows, assumes they're having sex, and offers to join them.
Okay.
Despite the fact that the sound of teeth biting into flesh is distinctly different from macking on someone.
Wait, so this is like a zombie eating a person.
Yes.
But it's
So he was
from view, and he's just getting audio cues.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes over to try and fuck these people,
Mm-hmm.
and he finds out it is a zombie eating someone.
Yep.
He must have roped
Does
it
he
along
at
his
that
perception.
point stop trying to fuck them?
Yes.
Okay, good. Not that any of that was good, but I'm glad he stopped.
Oh, Discord.
I mean, I was going to say that being a gnome, no, he does not.
But he gnomes a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You think gnomes are horny? Just wait till I play a rabbit folk.
Right? They know how to They know how to do
Yeah, Herringon, yeah.
They know how to do multiplication.
They're also big enough that I can
That-
use one of them to make a
That line was a riot. Oh man.
What line?
And your third question?
What was the line?
Zootopia.
Did you ever see Zootopia?
Is that still tilted? I did not.
It is still tilted, yes, a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much.
Okay. I was playing with that clip. I didn't realize what that clip did.
That's good enough for me. It's a little Dutch, but it's fine.
Dutch?
Dutch angle.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the aesthetic here. I'll just kind of.
Archery is just dabbing before you shoot someone.
I can make this better. Hold on.
Do you want to skip ahead while you think of your third question that you had in?
Yeah,
apparently?
sure, right.
This is why I didn't put him next to the power strip.
That was a good call.
What?
This is the reason I didn't put him next to the
Oh,
power strip. I was
yeah.
fucking with this thing the entire time.
It's level to the monitor now. If you
Oh,
want.
this floor is not level, and this is... Please don't pull on me. That is brand new.
Oh. Okay.
So throw things.
I don't have them.
Yeah, go ahead and
Replace
fast
any
forward
of it.
while I determine what the third question was. So.
I'd like to throw nickels.
Anyway,
Well, you're not going to get your nickel back.
so while we're waiting on
Don't want it.
So while we're waiting on Rolen to remember his question, shortly after the battle at Autoville Gate, Omen, you were summoned to an audience with the Fell King. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You were advised that your new companions would have to not attend.
Yeah, they can find their own way around.
When you arrive at the palace, you can't help but remember the last time you were there. A pitched battle against an undead necromancer.
And me stomping a bitch's face and a buddy.
And of a great eye.
It was great.
It's
And
also
of a great eye that looked upon you all through the portal he opened. Now a bit more attuned to the divine magics that empower you, you can almost feel the cracks in the air. Cracks in the barriers between the dimensions of the material plane, the celestial plane, and of the astral plane. You climb the stairs and are escorted into the palace, where the Fell King waits for you in the Grand Hall. His face is stern and his eyes are cold, but you can see the faint hint of relief behind these things. He wears a maroon-red coat that almost reaches the floor when he stands, with purple and black fur trim on the cuffs and collar. His hair is black and slicked back, nearly reaching his shoulders. He has a single scar coming down on the left side of his lips. And to those at Netflix, he is very much white, along with every other native citizen of Dreifel. There are guards posted by the doors and in front of the throne, but as you approach, the Fell King raises his hand slightly from his seat on the black marble throne and speaks confidently. You may leave us. At which point, every single guard in the Great Hall turn to the king, bow, then to you, and bow. They then march out of the hall and deeper into the palace. With the exception of those by the front door, they just go outside.
And stand guard over the door on the front, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As they should!
The Fell King lets a smile break out across his face. Welcome home, my friend.
I don't want you
We
to miss
trust your vacation was productive.
me. Painful.
Is that all?
Oh no, it was quite productive, but very painful.
Well, we are pleased to have you back.
Oh, don't thank me yet. I gotta solve stuff before this barrier.
That is true. And, unfortunately, we must dispense with the officials now. First, your half-elven friend, the outsiders you brought into this kingdom.
Aye.
We understand that they were a part of the defense of Ardavel's main gate. And while the outcome was favorable, We thank you all for this. His actions must be punished. We must inform you that he is henceforth forbidden from engaging in any and all further military operations, from entering any military installations, benefiting from any military privileges, forbidden to take part in any and all other forms of military activity connected to this kingdom of Dreifel, and is forbidden from being inducted into the church. In addition, he will be forbidden from entering the city of Danesis, for it is too close to the palace, too close to the Holy Cathedral, and far too close to our little problem right outside. You remember the cracks in the barriers.
Oh, yeah. No, it took me there. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
If only he knew he was banning the wrong person.
Well, for once, your hiding in the shadows works in your favor.
He's not getting banned from everything. He's just not allowed into the big hole, apparently.
Which is probably where the whoever has the amulet probably is.
That's our plot hook.
Should he fail to follow these restrictions, it will result in his immediate exile, imprisonment, or his sentencing to a period of slavery. We trust you will inform him of this.
Oh, yes, but before you're too harsh on him, it was kind of my call, so I'm more responsible, much like the deaths of the people after the barrier was activated. That's on me, too.
We'll enslave
You will
and
be
I'll buy you as my
sufficiently
personal slave,
reprimanded.
and then
I
can
will
bring
kill
in.
you.
I think
Your
that's
word-
a good idea. I think it's
And your word does carry a great deal of weight with us and our people. Had he done what he was told, followed the orders of the commanding officer, he would have been allowed more freedom within our borders, maybe even given special compensation for acting in good faith with the captain. But as it stands, he is responsible for disregarding the chain of command, directly leading to the death of at least one citizen who put his life on the line for this kingdom. And he has shown a disrespect for our ways. Captain Lorius was very thorough in his report of events, as he is. But we did not need to read his recounting of them in this instance. We were surprised to find an orc who...
Oh, camera. I get it.
We were surprised to find an orc who does not seem to follow the path of Grumsh, though. Tell us, is your friendship with this one based on his moral alignment, or due to your incessant need to forgive others so quickly?
Nothing of the sort.
Okay, no, that's
He's like me, but not me, so we're brothers or something. I see him as family. It's weird, I know.
We're blood brothers.
Family can make one blind to what needs to be done.
The sword he carries is like the one that was used that day.
Jesus, am I the only member of the party who's not on the king's bad side already? Because honestly, that's clutch. That is such a reversal of
You're
what's going
too-
to happen in like 2
You're
sessions.
too short. It's like what they do at the supermarket where they put all the stuff that you want, like up here
Oh,
or
yeah.
like right here, and the stuff they don't want, like down here. So it's just like your eyes naturally fixate on the shelf. You're like, something feels off, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, yes.
Fascinating.
No, I see it. There was like a ghosty thing. I used it once too.
We
Twice.
would be intrigued to examine it further.
If you can get it away from him, which is a chore. He has a
We have our ways.
bloodlust to find that thing again.
We will respect the wishes of the High Priest.
Oh, by all means, go for it. I have no say here.
It is not due to his alignment, and it is not due to your forgiving nature.
It's because he's black, isn't it?
We will have you know that Kalu
He's
is
green,
like
not black. What are you talking
it's
about?
like a grayish green.
Yeah.
It was my joke.
Ugh.
About 2/3.
3/5.
Yeah, 2/3 of crime, wasn't it?
3/5. Good one.
Yeah.
It'll be something that we could potentially investigate. With your permission, one of our lords for Dreifel is an expert in the arcane. Perhaps during our meeting, you could persuade your friend to allow her to examine it. Perhaps convince him that it would potentially unlock a greater power for him.
It's not the elf, is it?
I'm not that gullible.
Hey, it depends on the day. I just gotta pretend I'm a god again.
You
That
must.
was one time.
You must.
Twice, actually.
You really must get over your prejudice to the elves.
So it is an elf.
She has been loyal to this kingdom for a very long time. Besides, if I'm not mistaken, it was only a few months ago that you explicitly hired an elf to accompany you on a few quests.
Half.
He's my champion, there's a difference.
Yes.
Oh,
And Lady
that elf,
Ormsbane
yeah.
is the Lord of Jaranur.
Wow. Never said I had issue with them per se. It's not them, it's this particular elf, you know, it's whatever.
Yes.
Back to the-
Yes, it was a trap.
Yeah. Let's just say I got called an elf in the forest and almost killed a bit. Person.
Was that me? Did I?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
you.
Was it the merfolk or was it the orcs?
It was the merfolk.
Yeah.
Instead, you just robbed them.
I did better than you, and I took your stuff and convinced you that Kalu did it. You're like, it's like, you did it. It's like, no, you prove I have it, not that I took it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. So
Yeah, but you're like, that's fair. And you seen Kalu right next to me. You're like, wait a minute. I know he takes stuff.
The sun is out.
Tomorrow.
Anyway, back to the formal stuff, I guess. The business, as you say.
Officially, the people have been told that more warforged have been spotted in the higher cities, conducting smaller strikes on the citizens before fading into hiding holes. The truth, however, is that they never got through the gates. We have yet to hear back from our new expert, but it is believed that the barrier caused those hiding to attack then and there, before they had properly infiltrated.
You might want to sweep the trenches, because some of them came from there, too.
We will. The people are being attacked, however. Something is attacking the people, killing at random, then retreating into the darkness. The dead men are needed up front. Their adamantine weapons appear to be the only physical weapons that can do them true harm. And Rol is elsewhere at the moment.
Don't you have spell slingers?
We have plenty, but they are needed for the siege.
That doesn't.
You will be needed to bolster the morale of the people in these trying times, my friend. We must ask of you to keep an ear open for these attacks, to find out who is really responsible for carrying them out.
Great. The person that caused more of the deaths because he put the barrier up is going to be responsible for making people happy. This is going to turn out great.
Think of it. 5 out of 10 to the disembodied half-orc burp.
The timing.
It was
10 out of 10.
It was more the force that got to a 5. Think of it as a means of not becoming of a high priest.
There's a lot of things I've done that are very unbecoming of me.
Well, think of it as a means of soothing your consciousness.
Oh, no,
Conscience.
Commander, Rassus was
Soothing
right.
your consciousness. Yeah.
I was the
Captain.
cut. You know. I've been hit on the head too many times. He was right. I did cause it.
He does need
I
to
gotta
smooth.
fix it.
He does need to soothe your consciousness.
What?
Soothe your consciousness.
You know what
She's like, hold on. There is a gnome right about.
The lightning bolt travels through 4 floors of an open.
Was that screw this guy in particular?
No. It was the gnome. I have a gnome sense. What are you doing? Bam! Dead ring the spider web against. God.
It's like the Sly Cooper getting shocked animation, where just like his life's a gun and goes.
Except for your arms would be out. You see the skeleton just. Whoo!
Ito just kind of goes like, quick, activate uncanny dodge.
I don't think you can uncanny dodge being electrocuted.
I have to see my attacker and uncanny dodge.
Do you know that you could just?
So you can't uncanny dodge screw the guy in particular?
I'm pretty sure you can't uncanny dodge magic.
Oh, that's actually explicitly what uncanny dodge is for.
Oh, was it?
No,
uncanny dodge was for just physical damage.
It's physical damage.
Oh, was it evade?
Evasion, I think, lets you do more.
All right.
Yeah, because I remember we went to use it, and we found out that.
Oh, that's right. Because yep, I remember now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Spiritual weapon. Uncanny dodge. It's magic. Ah!
If it will help you,
dodge a ball of fire.
if it will help you, my
Yeah.
friend,
Can dodge an AoE.
our new expert believes that had the barrier not been activated at that time, the Warforged might have actually been successful in their infiltration of the upper cities. If it helps.
I'm more concerned we've got one. We have to bury. Jeeves is on his way with a cart full of remains. Here's the book of what I did and tore them apart.
Oh.
It's not much, but it's what I got.
This is different from the table you had before, right?
It
This
is.
is my desk.
Gotcha.
Mr. Lincoln will be very pleased with this.
Is that supposed to be my dad? Because that's not his name.
Oh, no.
It's your family's last name.
Lingenhall.
Lingenhall.
You went Torbjorn.
Yeah, Lingenhall.
Just be like,
Mr. Lingenhall will be very pleased.
as soon as I hear the first part of that name, my face goes from just a
I got a maiden name if you need it.
great. There's more of them.
Squiz and Squatch.
Squiz and Squatch?
Yeah, that's my mother's maiden name.
Be on
Something you do
the,
behind a tree.
be on the lookout, Father. Dark magic is about. The beasts have become far more aggravating. I sense something evil work.
Yeah, well, I mean...
The darkness
planes
covers
were
the
built
land almost like a thick mist. Something is not right.
Do you not remember the eyeball appearing out?
He wasn't. He
He
wasn't
was there.
out at the time.
Oh.
He exited the palace for a different reason that no one asked him about.
Oh, yeah, the portal thingy. There was an eyeball peeking out, and we were really laugh. Did I forget to mention that? Oh, right, that's because I was pissed as fuck because somebody killed all of my people.
I don't know why you keep looking at me.
No, not you. I looked back that way. 'Cause this is the way I'm facing. My head goes back to its original position. You just happen to be in that original position.
But I must inform you of one more thing. You may take whomever you need. But if you decide to take your new adventuring party, I must inform you that they are outsiders here, Solomon. As such, they are not fully aware of our ways. That and your word alone as to their character is the only reason we grant them such a generous pardon now.
In all honesty.
But we will not let an outsider who has taken no oath to defend this country overrule the decisions of those who have.
I clearly understand that. There's only one person out of those three that I trust with my entire life, and of course it's the orc.
Interesting.
Now the question is do I have to tell him what the elf, well, not the elf, why I don't trust the small one? Really? Do I have to oust this little fucker right now?
The one guy
Yes.
who is currently not on the Fell King's radar.
Well,
The orc is understandable. It's an orc. they were literally made by the one-eyed god grooms to be either evil or destructive. And one that is not that right now is very, very weird.
You just got to explain it. Pull the card, right? So,
I don't really trust the druid right now because he's been acting weird as of how I used to know him. That does not sit well with me. After the tree. And then don't get me started on the Lingen what's-his-nuts.
You know Mr. Lingenhall.
Yeah, he's about this tall, got the sideburns.
Yes.
no, my dad doesn't have any sideburns.
Or maybe that's just singed soot.
I think it's one of his children.
He has more of them.
I've only
met more than 3.
I've only met 3. It was you, your brother, and the other one.
I have 2 brothers and a sister.
So it was both your brothers.
And a brother-in-law.
Because the carriage, when we were first there, was you, your brother,
And then nephews.
and then your brother.
Yeah, you have a lot of extent.
There's his brother-in-law and his brother with the carriage and him that escorted us. Right?
It was just his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought... Okay. So I met one of them.
And got scared shitless because he wasn't intending to fight. And then you dragged him into a fight.
Yep.
The brothers are twins and they're too young.
First
Oh, we
offense,
should've known
Roll
better.
was there for it.
What?
He should have known better. He joined up.
Should have
with
known
the party
better.
with a morally ambiguous.
Did the poisoning take place before or after you impersonated my god?
Which poison?
The one of Avalon.
He succeeded, actually.
Yeah, I know!
Technically, it would have taken place well before.
Okay, so that was before, like, first offense, he poisoned Avalon. That is
You can't prove
fucking
that.
uncanny.
No one proved that, to be clear.
Second there, Raw was there for the second part. I don't think he's seen it, but he impersonated her godship. I almost did kill him. I almost killed him.
There is no relief behind the Fell King's eyes.
No,
His
I know.
eyes go cold.
I'm not done yet.
What else have I possibly done? I tried to murder one of your highest ranking officials, and then I desecrated the image of your god. But what else are you gonna list, really?
He recently at the battle impersonated a military officer by I don't know how he got their badge.
That's partially true.
And those are just a few of the things.
Oh, fuck. He just sold out the entire party to the king. It's like, I hate everyone you know.
The only thing that worries me about the orc is that sword when he goes into the rage with it. Other than that, he's somber for an orc. He might be a half-orc.
The son of Lingenhall will now officially be barred from all access to military installations, military operations, access to the church or high cathedral.
The worst part is before they attacked, I almost had him in cuffs.
We're gonna be splitting the party. It's the 2 of these guys who are gonna be fucking stuck outside.
Stronger in pairs, right?
Well, think
Get
of
buddy
this.
system.
Well, think of it this way: you're only
I
not.
need you to steal something.
Well, think of it this way.
It looks like this.
Well, think of it this way: the only cities that you're not allowed to go into is Danesis and above, and all other military installations, which only take up about 30% of the buildings in Dreifeld.
So you can go to the slut city. You can go to the doctor city. You can go to the farms.
Danesis is the doctor city.
Oh, okay, never mind. You can't go to the doctor city.
Am I not going to be allowed to go see my family now?
You don't know this.
See,
Meta knowledge? No, you're very much still allowed to visit your family.
Meta knowledge. All we have to do is break the rules, get enslaved, and then just become Solomon's slave.
or I could go against all things that are holy. I don't even think it's since I'm on the thing of ousting people, I use necromancy inside the city walls, by the way.
Was it to resurrect the undead?
No, it was blight.
You're fine.
A colossus got upside the back of the head. Or whatever the colossus is. What are the titans? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
I would recommend using that sparingly in the eyes of the common folk.
I made sure nobody see me do it. At least I didn't. I don't think anybody see
And
me.
if they did, they
Technically, it's not. It's a necromantic spell, but it's not necromancy because you're not dealing with the dead. You
He just get sick.
You're trying to add people to their
Outside of the
ranks.
city, in character, outside of the city, I hear it's fine, so I've used it a few times. I don't like it one bit, but it did save
It's a
my
good thing
ass.
you can't get excommunicated from the church you are the head
Well,
of.
and, yeah. Well, yeah, you can. Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
can.
true. That's happened to a few
There
folks.
are 2 people that are higher up than him. There's the Fell King, and then there's the Raven Queen.
Mommy.
So what you're saying is we can get rid of the Fell King, and you are just next in line to a god.
No, I don't have to get rid of the Fell King.
And then we get rid of the Raven.
I just gotta get in really good with the Fell
How?
King's mother
Carefully.
and be like, hey! Have him call me daddy now.
Thunder Daddy.
Okay, Netflix executives. The Fell King is very straight. He's heterosexual. He is not gay in any way.
I said daddy because he already calls me father.
I'm
Well,
simply-
I,
clarifying.
somehow I don't think Netflix cares, and it's
no.
Amazon.
yeah, let's say, isn't that,
So you
isn't
mean
that
he
Prime
only
Video with
swings
good box?
that way
It
on
is, yeah.
weekends?
No. See, honesty is the best policy, so, if I'm ousting other people, I'm gonna oust myself.
Actually, the
And there is a
High King's in the closet. But he'll come out later.
and there is
That's how we retcon.
Yeah,
We just don't address
so-
it.
Is there a queen?
no.
No. Okay.
Oh, this
There's-
dude's definitely gay.
There is the meta knowledge wise, Dryfell has room for only one queen, Raven Queen. There is never a female monarch of Dryfell.
How does the monarchy?
Oh, he takes
perpetuate that?
He takes mistresses, and
Oh, okay.
he will have a wife,
Has
but
a
she
fun
will have
night with a
no.
couple slaves, and then they, in
Yeah,
9
okay.
months,
When a
then
master
the,
and a
new king
slave
is born.
love and hate each other very much.
Yeah.
Right, she's not the queen, she's the Duchess of Dryfell.
She doesn't have any authority. She's
Yeah.
she's the what do you call the
She's a concubine
No,
of the king.
Well, well, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
She's a whore.
Yeah, she.
No. I mean, what's
It's
the?
kind of like the first. It's kind of like the
Carl.
first.
Consort?
I'm like banging whores.
It's kind of like the first lady for the president.
She's a
She has
whore.
no actual power whatsoever. She's got no power whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
No one should ever take the first lady seriously in any way, shape, or form.
But yeah, some of our first gentlemen shouldn't be taken seriously. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. What did? Let's see. There was. What was? Okay, I know Bush was known for doing something really fucking stupid.
Which one? But yes.
Fair enough.
The
That
one that
answers
wears
my
the pink
question.
suit ran over 2 people and killed them.
Oh.
What?
Which Bush was that? What?
It was Laura.
Oh, I thought we were talking about George H. or George W.
Didn't the president get in trouble because there was a woman who gave him a blowjob under his desk?
That was Clinton.
That was Clinton.
Yeah.
I did not have
That was-
sex.
that was the guy-
relations with that woman.
And no, he didn't get in trouble for being sexually active with Miss Lewinsky. He got in trouble for lying about it.
Right, because he perjured.
Yes, that's what he got in trouble for.
Gotcha.
And all that really happened was that he lost his law license.
I bet he got his pee-pee cut off by his wife, too.
Oh yeah, the press secretary was like, yeah, some things were thrown around the White House last night, but but everything's fine now.
Are you kidding? He was her gravy train.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She's not giving that up.
Funny thing is, they spun for all of the times he committed perjury, which was many. They focused after there was an impeachment. They spun it to be about the affair and not about all the money he took from the Saudis, which he also lied about.
oh.
But they said, "Oh, this is impeachment because he had an affair,"
Oh yeah.
and they spun it, and then
And then don't forget about the ballistic missile technology that he sold to the North Koreans.
yeah,
Yeah, at the time they didn't have the technology to reach us across the Pacific.
See, that was a 9.
Root beer, it'll do that.
Right. So the Fell King is going to he's going to blink and smile. Now, with all of the formalities out of the way, he slowly rises, walks over to you. His staff is just standing there. He's not leaning against anything. He's just standing
Whatever
there.
you do, nothing back. It's still small.
He gives you a big hug.
Miss me much?
It's good to see you home safe, my friend.
Wow, almost wasn't safe, but yeah, pretty safe.
Very safe indeed.
I hope the goblin in the forest is now loaded. Not that anybody's gonna take my fucking money. I mean,
The dwarves will. When they're actually back in town.
Those big nose bastards.
yeah, they're like never here when I need them.
Well, you will be pleased to know that Karma is now an esquire of Dryfell.
She was there for like a so that was like, oh yeah, I seen wielding 2 swords. Oh, I wonder who she's trying to be like.
I must admit, I do fear that her lovely imitation of Rawl could be seen as more than just innocent inspiration.
Is Karma going to be rejoining us?
She will. She had to do a closing shift tonight.
Oh, yes.
Closing time.
Wait, Walmart closes?
She does closing shifts, yeah.
I
Like,
didn't think Walmart closed.
Not all of them are 24-hour anymore because of
Yeah.
the virus.
plus, even even though it's like, it could be called a closing shift, like the
Pandemic.
same way like a graveyard shift is like third shift or like second shift.
Okay.
Like the kind of
It's the restocking shift.
Yeah, the restocking or like
So they're not
renumbering
actually
or
closing, but they call it a closing
Oh,
shift
yeah.
because it's certain activities happen there that don't happen.
Some Walmarts are. I don't know if hers is, but yeah.
I know some Walmarts that say they're 24 hours closed for like 2 hours so they can restock everything. And then
Yeah. Like, a lot of the Cubs that used to be 24-hour have dropped down because they do...
people realize they can make more money by being jobless.
Yeah, well, that's part of it, but also, like, they'll close at midnight, and then I think they have, like, a few hours where there's no one, and then they'll have
Somewhere
people
between
come in
like 2
and...
and 4.
Yeah, they'll have people come in to start the shift, and they'll do, like, cleaning, and they sanitize everything before the old people hour. Like
6 and 7.
Yeah, 6 to 7 at Cub is, like, if you're an old person, it's supposed to be only
The one
only
morning
the...
I was up past them. I sat out because Cub was supposed to open at this time. I didn't open for an hour later. People
6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
What's that?
6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Or okay.
Yeah.
Svel King Tudrig, actually. He is going to take you to one of the balconies of the actual Dryfell Palace. And then we're going to cut back to Alvyn, because he's waited patiently long enough.
Patiently? I don't know about you, but I've fucking touched everything in this goddamn room.
The camera moving offset area.
Okay. We need to get him a fidget spinner.
Like I said, I'm glad I put him there instead of by the shock shop.
It's a good thing I didn't bring my flintlock pistol. I might have shot one of you on accident.
No, see, like, out of the two of you, I've noticed, like, you fidget more, like, your legs move more. He is just like a fucking tree most of the time. You don't move that much.
That's why he's a druid and I'm a rogue. Because he's rooted and I'm moving around.
I was going to say he's wooden and you're suspicious.
Yeah, okay. You'd think for someone with crackhead energy, I'd be a little bit skinnier, you know?
Well, your job...
You'd think Shaggy, with as much as he'd be fat, but it wasn't me.
Shaggy's literally a god, though. I'm pretty sure canonically
In
he's like...
that
more
Warner
right?
Brothers fighting game or whatever, some of his specials, like his charge-up move is literally the Super Saiyan aura, and then one of his attacks, he gets like the aura from the fucking Ultra Instinct, like, you fucking sons of bitches!
There's literally a Mortal Kombat animated movie where the Warner Brothers logo, the first one had like Scorpion in there, and the second one has Shaggy's hand reach out, grab someone's head with the aura around him, and it yanks him back.
How do you know it's Shaggy's hand? Is it there's like a green
It's
sleeve?
the sleeve.
Okay.
He's got a tattoo that says Zoinks.
Like, you done fucked up, man!
So,
Like,
Ekal is speaking.
Wait, hold on, pause. In Shaggy's voice, can you say I'm about to send you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo?
Like, I'm about to send you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Someone got the actual
Voice
Jimmy
actor?
Neutron voice actor to do that. Like, they just hit him up on Twitter. It's like, have you seen this meme of you? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty funny. And he goes, I have a YouTube channel. Can you do the voice? And he recorded himself reading that line and sent it over.
That's fantastic.
A lot of the voice actors will do that. I'm pretty sure Jack Black, you guys can do anything, he'll fucking do it. You know those kids that one kid that on TikTok where they did like the beating on the bowl and that? He's like, he did the the Kickapoo song, and Jack Black reacted to it. He's like, a long, long fuck. And it sounds almost exactly like him. And he's like, because he heard the beat coming in, and he turns and just. And he does this Jack Black, and I'm like, fucking righteous. That kid's got some fucking talent. Anywho.
If he keeps it up, Jack Black might sponsor him.
When Jack Black dies, he's the new Jack Black. He's Jack Black 2.
Jack Black never dies. He just changes bodies.
Doesn't he come back as Jack Black the White?
Well, he's already white, so wouldn't he be...
Jack White?
Jack White, yes.
So you did binge watch them. Nice.
I checked in and out of them, and they kind of just played, but yeah.
Fair enough.
That's the way they go.
I need to actually rewatch and take notes.
Isn't Jack... Isn't
Just watch him a few times. Like in the background ones, you'll catch all you need to know.
Isn't Jack Black like the son... I heard he's the son of Meatloaf.
Jack Black. I don't know if he's the son of Meatloaf.
No, he.
I know he's the son
in
of...
the
I don't-
movie, he was.
Oh, that's what
okay.
it is.
In the movie, he was.
So,
Because I'm pretty sure he is actually like the son of a rocker.
so Jack Black's mother was an engineer at NASA, right? This is a true story. So when she was working on the Apollo rockets when she went into labor.
Uh-huh.
So she goes to the hospital, and she finally figured out the big thing, the thing they were trying to figure out to get the best fuel efficiency for the rocket, to get it high enough on the tanks. And then she had a courier bring that back to NASA. And then later that day, she gave birth to Jack Black.
So while she was in labor, she went back and gave him the answer to the problem?
And created the rockets. And when I read that for the first time, that sentence just gets wilder and wilder and wilder. I'm like, oh, this is a powerful whammon thing where it's like she designed a rocket even though she was in labor. And the last sentence of that is like, yeah, she gave birth to Jack Black. And I'm like, holy fuck, what a twist!
No, it's just like wow, what a day, right?
So the true Antichrist was born.
No, yeah, it makes sense because the Antichrist was born the moment man left Earth.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Well, they still have to build the rocket.
It's close enough.
They found the way to leave Earth.
Isn't that why they say Jared Leto's the Antichrist? Because he was born on the day of the Apollo 13?
Oh, I didn't actually know that.
Was he?
No. Jack Black seems like the perfect Antichrist. All he wants to do is fucking party.
It's true.
He just wants to rock and roll.
I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently there is a guy who wrote a book about why Jared Leto is the Antichrist. And he goes to like CPAC and AFPAC and these places and hands out this book to conservative influencers who he wants to like review it.
Know your audience.
Tell me that he's given a copy to Jared Leto.
I don't know if he's given one to Jared Leto. Maybe it doesn't interact with Joe. He's definitely given one to Alex Jones.
Because why wouldn't you? So anyway, cutting back to Alvyn and Etal Changeling. Etal is currently in the form of an old man, and he's stroking this magnificent beard. It all began a few months ago when a necromancer was found hiding in this very orphanage. Back then, your traveling companion, Solomon, had another group that sniffed him out and chased him to the top of the kingdom.
Saruman?
Solomon.
Oh, yeah.
I assume he was dealt with as the necromantic residue stopped spreading after that. But it didn't go away.
Turned his face into fucking pulp.
The necromantic residue just lingered, not drawing any further attention to itself. And a few nights before the barrier went up, it began spreading again, and has grown more rapidly since. He changes back into the child form.
Bravo, and I toss him a copper piece.
Aim for the forehead. Tink.
What's more, guards have been heard screaming in the night, then suddenly requesting to remain on the night shift, while ignoring social gatherings and growing colder to so-called friends.
I think that's just another
Fuck you.
thing that Imgur recommended, but
Don't worry about it.
I've yet to get a copy of the book, but I'd like to read it.
Only appearing at night, avoiding social gatherings.
Oh, there's a vampire?
A vampire.
Can any race be a vampire? Could I be a Minotaur vampire?
Yes, actually you can.
Could I be a Grung vampire?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have any teeth.
It doesn't matter. The vampire it becomes technically your race when you return.
Oh.
It's a sub race.
These attacks started a few days before the barrier went up too. But as soon as it did, the attacks became more frequent. The king says it's because of the Warforged, but I hear different.
Alright.
It's because the orc opened up.
I'm like,
When in doubt, whip it out.
Matt,
Get your orcsy clean. Whip out.
Matt, are you showing off again?
O'Reilly's
That's
Half-Orc nuts.
That's the power of orcsy clean.
There's a big dick in a locker room. Smack.
No, we left our tombstake. That's my dick.
Stand and unfurl yourself. What?
What? Whose body hit the floor? That was my dick.
So, contrary to popular polls, we here at Elves United have heard that most women don't actually like sleeping with half-orc men because they're too big that the blood can't actually make it hard.
What?
That
You lost me.
It was an
It
old
sounds like
joke.
a meme, but
It was a joke I heard a long ass time ago, but
Cotton pasta?
I don't fucking know. But I feel like it's.
fucking time ago. The orcs
I feel like the
couldn't
joke
get on.
is.
Their
I feel like the
dicks
joke
were
is
too
good.
Fucking big.
I feel like the joke works here because I like to imagine that each race has its own common phallus, and elves would most likely be on the lower end of that tier.
It's like the Conan Exile's floppy balloon penis in the wind.
So he hears different.
That was
Laughing.
Alright, that chair is hurting my ass, so I'm just gonna kind of stand for a sec.
Gotcha. So
No, you're not allowed to stand.
What the fuck did you just say?
this is the microphone.
I know. I had to be up in his face.
Okay.
I'm gonna spray you with the catnip spray.
Catnip spray?
Uh-huh.
the danger.
Not that, but there's a different spray.
It's a spray that's actually catnip, yeah.
Oh shit.
I sprayed it on one of the cat's asses. That's why they were fighting earlier.
Because the other one's trying to get a piece of that.
I was an asshole. I'm like, I want to see if this works. I'm sorry, Betsy.
I'm just suddenly imagining like one guy smoking a roach and like two other guys like fighting over the to inhale the exhale.
So anyway, Etal is mentioned to you.
Alright.
Whoever this is, I have reason to suspect that is the person who wants to take control of Dreifel.
And you think it's a vampire?
Yeah. Vampire army.
Right on.
And we're kind of in a dome that doesn't let sunlight pass through, so they've got
shit,
full
they
fucking
got us
rain.
right where they want us.
Yeah!
Oh fuck, Ito, you're a genius, but also we're so fucked.
I mean, you more than me.
You're already a vampire?
No, I can change into whoever I fucking want.
Oh.
Also, fuck your traveling companion, the one with the white hair. Fuck that guy. I know he fucking turned it on.
From the distance, just like your mother!
I
Do
think
changelings even have mothers?
No.
Yes.
I didn't think so.
The way that I have taken it is that changelings cannot ever birth children. They can only sire them.
That's right. That's the other way around.
Because they have to
like
stay in one
goblins.
form for 9 months. Minimum, like average. Elves is 9 years.
Is it?
Tolkien
Well,
officially.
Tolkienian elves, but yeah.
And D&D is Tolkien. Look at the first edition for proof.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah!
Wait, you know who that is, right? My traveling companion?
Yeah, the father, the high priest of this fucking kingdom.
Yeah.
What a dick.
I was lucky that he wasn't here that particular day.
Why were you lucky?
I may or may not have imitated his daughter and his king.
Oh, I've imitated his god.
Bump it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's not going to mention that.
You're alrighty, Tom.
He's
You're
not going to
alright.
mention that due to being called off, if he wasn't called away, he would have fucking killed me.
Etol morphs into a facsimile of the Raven Queen. He's like this.
Pretty much exactly like that, yeah.
Want to see me tempt fate?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah! Just smothers.
Through the fucking wall, just not even green, just red, giant, hulked up, fucking dynamic. Boom!
Etol, in the guise of a facsimile of the Raven Queen, just presses the breasts together and just imitates fucking tit fucks.
Paisuri.
So to
Paisuri?
be clear, are you a female changeling or a male changeling? Because
It
no
doesn't matter.
homo, but...
It doesn't matter. Pretty sure changelings can be whatever they want.
No, there's still a male and a female changeling.
Yeah, the changelings are born as the mother's race, and until they mature, then the powers of a changeling emerge and they can start changing at will. Their changeling form, from what I remember, is not dissimilar to that of a doppelganger, where it's kind of like a Ken doll thing going on, but far more smooth-skinned and far more like a parchment of paper type of skin tone. Yeah. Well, just like seductively leans on the table. I can be whatever you want me to be, big boy.
Is it sacrilege if I fuck you while you look like the Raven Queen?
Oh, absolutely.
It'd only be funny if we did it in front of Father Solomon, though. Am I rolling your performance?
I want to see if Alvyn would hit him. Oh, that's middle of the road.
Yeah. He's wisely cautious.
I'm pretty sure if I was propositioned by a god, I think I'd be like, yes, please. I don't care which one. It's alright, give me that divine power.
I'll call up Gaunt for you.
Like, comes back later in like a fucking neck, and be like, hey, Alvyn, your god says hi! Time to meet him!
Gond was surprisingly an excellent cuddler.
That's what they did. Cuddle. Yeah.
They laid there, cuddled, and just talked for 4 years.
4 years.
Pillow talk is 4 years. The sexual tension that built up in that time was fantastic.
What the fuck happened? That's for me to know and only the gods to tell.
Gond is all like, he was okay. It's immortal.
Like, yeah, I've literally lived forever. He's got there's a lot of people to beat.
But now I've got some of that, as the fucking magicians put it, you know, you get nutted in by a god, you gain some of their power. So,
Hold it in.
oh, it doesn't matter because it gets absorbed into your fucking system. There is a limit to it because it's not like full blown power, but
So,
Yeah, that's actually a very black pill thing that I recently read was
Black pill?
black pill. That a woman, you know, if you have a woman who is a hooer, every dude that is nutted inside her, there's some of his DNA in her. Because even if you don't conceive, there's some level of absorption there. So, yeah.
anyway.
So all these hooers, these girls who were hooers in college, and then you try and they think they can shape up and then be wifey material. Nah. They've been ruined already.
Etol reverts back to
That's why it's black.
the 14-year-old boy persona.
See, now if I fuck you, it's weird.
Changeling.
Yeah, but people won't know that if they walk into the basement of this orphanage.
You're both about the same age looking.
No, he's shorter.
It doesn't matter how tall you are, they look around the same age.
You know, if I shave his mutton chops,
Well, except for his mutton chops, yeah.
it's not pedophilia, it's just so.
He could be a dwarf child.
Careful.
Dwarves are very hairy.
I love the fact that we can go back and I can read this now. Careful now. You don't know how old I really am. As far as you know, I transform into a grown-up because no one asks me to do chores when I look older. Or maybe I prefer the conversation with grown-ups without feeling like I'm being talked down to. You don't know. Wink.
Can't I just, like, kill you and then see how many rings are inside you?
That's a dryad.
Oh. You sure?
I'm quite sure.
Let's test. Pull out the adamantine dagger. What does this thing do anyway? Wait, did you give this to me? I'm losing track. Who are you?
I am Etol.
Yeah, but who... were you? Did you give me this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're that guy.
I literally transformed right in front of you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what does this do?
Okay. Whoever's playing his character, just roll like a 3. You know, just trying to imagine what your character sheet would look like. And you get
Etol just goes like,
you know our players have realized we've gone meta, now they're going to cancel our game, right?
just
Sorry,
adding
what was that?
spice to it.
automatic crits to construct.
Holy shit, that would have been useful!
And now you can't take part in any military action.
You have slave battalions that fight, right? Like, that's a...
You can voluntarily attempt to put yourself up as a slave, but with that rap sheet, I mean,
Good luck-
they
good luck-
would
good luck-
accept
good luck
Rolen,
getting in the line.
but I think they just throw you in the pit.
What if I join their side?
Ooh,
The Warforged.
they'd probably kill you on the spot too. Be like, ooh, pretty little man. Oops.
Yeah, but there's a non-Warforged leading them.
I'm pretty sure that you will have a chance to use it.
You'll get to use.
There are Warforged in the city that are not, from the
Warforged
wall
aren't
siege.
constructs, though.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought construct was his own thing.
Yeah, Warforged.
You see, if we can just leave most of the Warforged outside the city walls and gates, I can bend a lot of rules.
Anyway.
So, all you have to do is find out whom is responsible for manipulating events, for causing this vampire to wreak havoc in the kingdom.
Interesting.
Do that, and your parents are no longer in danger.
What happens if I catch vampirism?
Well, everything that you hold dear will be turned into a twisted, corrupted version of it. So let's say that you, for example, you just liked taking care of children.
Not really.
Let's say for instance that you did. All of a sudden you may have a certain disgusting fascination with keeping them.
Okay.
Think like that. So if all you care about is gold, it's going to be a very strange, corrupted obsession.
Am I going to try and fuck the gold?
Probably not.
Okay.
But it's not off the table.
You know what? I'll try anything once.
It's only a war crime the first time.
Only one.
War crime if you get caught.
It's only a war crime if there's evidence.
I mean, it's only a crime if you get caught.
Yeah.
You mean like Putin the civilian convoys?
The trick to a war crime is win the war, and then you can't be prosecuted.
Exactly.
Oh, you
So-
killed a couple of Jews.
Oh, the
Okay,
trick to a
well,
war
we're gonna
crime is
get rid of
never
all of you.
a war crime the first time.
Yep.
You what?
It's only a war crime the first time.
Yeah, you killed some Jews. Oh, that's very
Never a
bad.
war
We're gonna
crime
hang you.
first time.
You dropped 2 atomic bombs on civilian centers. Yeah, you won the war. It doesn't matter.
Ain't nobody want to deal with more of those.
That's true. Who's gonna prosecute the guy with atomic bombs?
Oh yeah, they blew up our beaches. What'd they wake up to one morning? We went to the land of the sun and unleashed the power of the sun.
When it's 9 p.m. and you see the sun rising.
And you were lucky enough to live through the first one. You see it rise a second and third time.
So, I suspect that dear old Dad will be having another meeting sometime soon. I recommend formulating a plan of action. But like I told you earlier, where the
When
fuck
did you tell me
everything-
that?
A while ago.
As I recall, previously you didn't tell me ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. You told me buca de beppo.
Oh shit, you're right. You're like I said before, your family is being guest to the Lord of Sturiel, Anakesh Loriest.
Anna Kasparian, got it.
Yep. She's in Sturia.
She's in the storybook, okay.
It's a city below us. Wait, no. Might be beside us. I don't get out much.
You're a child in an orphanage. I can imagine you are not a world traveler.
But he does come to Gerenor to work.
Sure. My dad does?
Yes.
Cool.
So it's up to you to determine. It's up to you to determine whether you go to your family first
Foist?
or your
It's a Georgian
father
thing.
first.
Oh, my father is family?
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I want to make sure this place looks nice and spiffy for when the caregivers come home with the orphans.
That's... do you work here then? Why are you
Nah.
responsible for that?
I'm not.
How do
Chores.
Are they not worried that you're
Rangers
not
put two
on
and two
the...
together for myself too.
Are they worried that you're not on the field trip? How does that work?
Oh no, the orphans are on a field trip purely because the caregivers don't want them to freak the fuck out.
Yeah, but they think you're an orphan, right?
Not anymore.
I don't follow.
I ran away.
But you're back.
And like this. And all of a sudden, looks smaller, like an 8-year-old. There's a new orphan. A new orphan who just found his way here.
And just got in on his own.
Doors are unlocked.
The doors are unlocked?
No one ever fucks with the orphans here.
So you mean if I were to rob this place on the way out, they would...
Well, you can try.
It's backed by the church.
I've survived
keep in
Raw once.
Keep in mind,
He wasn't
though,
trying.
keep in mind though, if anything you happen to steal causes the kids pain, Big Bad Raw is gonna come after you. He has to roll his evil dice to make sure.
It's consistent. The good dice told me not to do it, and the evil dice told me to do it. So I'm trying to bellwether these dice, and I think they're actually fucking right on.
It's a little higher than middle of the ground.
All right. Well, how do I get a hold of you if I need you in the future? Do I just come here and just start talking to orphans until I find one who talks back to me?
You're a thief, aren't you?
You can't prove that in a court.
Sounds just like a grung I used to know.
He sounds like a very handsome and talented grung. I'm sure he was incredibly well motivated.
Does Alvyn know what a grung is?
Oh, I definitely don't know what a grung is.
He'd be like, the fuck's a grung? Whatever it is.
Shiretown lives right on the Soul River. Grungs live on the lake.
Oh,
Oh, do I? So I've met a grung?
You've seen them for sure. Whether or not you've met them, that's up to your history roll.
Really?
Yeah, I fuck with grung. grung are pretty. Was it a lady grung or a grung guy?
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Gun guy, fun guy.
Odds, male. Evens, female.
We know
Female.
what. Okay, we know what Zarvax was though.
You met a female. You saw a
I
female.
could have sworn that frogs reproduced by like freaking panspermia.
It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter though, because you still have to have one or the other.
Well, no, I understand that, but it's like.
But there's no penetrative intercourse.
Well, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the female lays the eggs, and the male just kind of sprays on top. And if you get kids, you get kids. Yeah.
Masturbation.
It's, what was it? God damn it. Oh, I had something really good for this one too. It had something to do with, was it like effragulation or something?
Anyway.
You're gonna get grunged out.
So. Alright, now go. Now go. I need to make myself look presentable.
Starts roughing up his hair.
All right.
Punch him in the face a couple times to make it convincing.
What do I have for spells?
Just hit him with your flamethrower right in the face. Give him a couple burn marks.
I have the flamethrower.
God, do I prestidigitation prepare?
He's got.
Well, you could. Yeah, you could make him dirty. Prestidigitation can soil
I'm
him.
just gonna let him do all that and then clean him.
Damn it! Quit.
Come on, get moving, get moving.
I go, okay, and I quickly clean him and then leave.
He looks down.
Bitch.
My man.
Cutting back to Solomon real quick, and then we'll cut back to you two. We see the fell king and the high priest on a balcony overlooking the kingdom of Dryfell.
Obviously with my hood on, so I look like a mysterious. What the fuck they call it? Edgelord.
Built upon the white mountain with a red scar down the side. The fell king puts a hand on your shoulder, Father Solomon. Omen. The barrier was designed some time before the Necrosis conflict, 150 years ago. Its purpose was to ultimately kill everything in the kingdom at once. A little bit. Wait, a little bit. A little bit, Matt. A little bit to do. What better way to make an army for Lich? It was decided after the usurp that the option should remain. It takes time for everything to die. Time that could be spent to think of alternatives or a plan of counterattack. As it is, we have enough time for 3 days. Then the barrier must be dropped. 3 days to find whoever is responsible for the attack inside Dryfell. And 3 days for our soldiers to remove the current Warforged threat at the gates. Regardless of the outcome, the barrier will come down before the end of the 3rd day. You have until then.
Oh, we could take it down now.
You could.
I didn't want to say anything, but it's like the enemy's already here.
We could.
Give them the illusion of freedom and let the people that are already out there wreak havoc on them that are trying to flee.
I must have words back first.
Aye.
We do not know how many more are outside the barrier.
Well, I rode in with what, 2?
Mm-hmm.
I knew something was fishy. That was a weird carriage.
Yes, it was drawn by horses.
I was tired. You got some nice scars. I'm getting old!
Yes, you are. Now, Return to where you need to go, my friend. By the end of the third day, the barrier will be down, and hopefully this threat will be gone.
I have no idea where I need to go now. I was gonna stay and fight. I apologize for fighting in the military affair too. That was way against the rules. Now that I look back on it,
A little bit.
it was about proving a point to Mick stick up his ass. Very nice guy, kind of.
You're aware of who Captain Laurie
Yes,
Mother
yes,
is?
I know.
You should know the family life. But
That's why I didn't outright throw hands.
well, you'll have plenty of time to think about what you want to do on your way down. Something tells me your friends need you.
Make a pit stop at the home. I need new clothes.
As you wish. Good luck, my friend.
I need that hat.
And now we transfer over. Kalu, you are getting an earful from Zavanna Vale as she is talking all about the sights that she's seen in the Everwind Mountains, the Soul River, and now even Thryfell. Giant fucking goats, man! When all of a sudden you see Rolen coming out from the alleyway. And Zavanna goes, "Hey, look! He's also shorter than I remember."
Do I hear her?
Can't wait till she meets me.
Do I hear her?
Sure, roll perception.
Okay, all right. Yes. Yes. Yes, I did hear her.
Roland, you turn a little startled because you don't want anyone to see you communicating with a corpse.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the 7-foot half-orc with a 4-foot dragonborn girl on
He's
his
gonna-
shoulders.
Right. He's gonna. Oh God, it's 11 feet tall. Just whoa.
Closer to 10 because, legs.
Right. On shoulders, right. But he's gonna ask Siegfried where he can expect the corpse to be.
Right there.
Okay. Good enough. Final question. All right.
He's up. Hey, Kalu. Are you bigger than him?
Whip him out. Let's see.
I've been told that smoothskins have something called
Leg syndrome.
something envy between males. Penis envy.
Oh, this is a conversation that's going to get me in trouble.
I think that's the smartest thing I've ever heard that orc say. Like, this is a conversation for somebody other than me.
Yeah, this is a conversation for someone other than me, but I'm pretty sure Roland will be happy to answer those questions for you in vivid detail.
Oh, so he's bigger than you.
Fuck no,
Okay.
he's not. But he has to compensate for stuff, so yes, he knows way too much.
Canonically, he does not know his way around women. As you have said, because you haven't dealt with them.
I know he's dealt with them, but not in that kind of a fashion.
Yeah, no.
He's very familiar with the mechanics, but the social
In
interaction.
theory, he knows how it works. In practice, not a lick.
He had his chance with a white dragonborn, then he left her and her squadron to die at the gates. So
Priorities.
He ain't getting no cloaca whipped.
Cloaca whipped.
Sigma.
What a cursed fucking sentence. He ain't getting cloaca whipped.
no. It's the Cloaca Whip Foundation.
Cloaca Whip Foundation.
Oh my god, I just created something even worse. The white dragonborn. Have cloaca whipped with your pie.
Oh, God. America's favorite topping.
Pumpkin or cream filled cloaca whip.
Usually cream filled.
Pumpkin filled.
Usually cream filled. Bavarian cream.
You know how they make scrambled eggs, right? And normally you put some milk in it and get really fluffy, but this time you just put some fucking cloaca whip in it. The best part is, it comes out with it already in it.
Yes.
That has a double meaning because Dragonborn lay eggs.
I know! How do you like your eggs? How do you like your eggs? Fertilized with scrambled cloaca whip.
Oh. All right.
Get whitewashed, bitch.
Anyway. Yeah. Kalu, Rolen, you have reunited first.
Good. Kalu, there you are. I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to find you. What? Savannah? What are you doing here?
The scales.
Well done. Does that mean Orion's here too?
Yep.
Where's he? Where's he?
Master Orion is kicking can and taking names in the farming city.
Which one is the farming city?
She has this look of,
Uh-huh.
the
Huh.
other one.
Okay. Other one? Alright.
Yeah, you know how this city faces that way?
Uh-huh.
The city he's at faces that way.
Wow. How many cities are there?
7.
Oh my. Huh. Yeah. Well, the high priest didn't really tell us too much about his hometown here, so.
You met the high priest?
Yeah.
Everyone in that city cannot stop singing his praises. It's kind of annoying.
The worst part
I
is...
agree.
The worst part is it'd be
We all
hilarious if
fucking
you
hate
just
this
popped out of fucking nowhere right now and like, and the bad news is you two banned and can't come in. Sucks. R.I.P.
Godspeed. Good luck.
So how did
Tears of war.
the returning the dragon eggs go?
Oh, I told Caldwell about it. He can fill you in.
Oh, okay.
It went good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
She starts patting Kalu's head. Like,
Uh-huh.
Colo's just gonna reach up, pick her up, and set her down. Like, nope.
Why does it sound like the shower?
I think it's a joke. Because he's gonna piss.
really has to go.
I was thinking like, oh, he can't aim in the dark, so just turn the shower on. And then
Are you
you got a bigger space to aim for.
are you pissing like a charge rifle?
So, Zavanna just kind of looks up at you, Kalu, and goes,
Good boy.
Oh, he wants to hit her so bad.
Don't kill her. Not this time.
And she goes, wait, sorry. You saved good boy for the
Bedroom.
for the dogs, right? Right?
Generally.
So
Dogs and
not him. You okay? Gotcha. Sorry.
She's not a child of Dryfell. You can kill her. It's fine.
He won't.
Why you so
That's what
powerful?
it's irritating as she gets.
What? No, sorry, I zoned out.
You
Just had a
had the poop face on. You're like, let's get down to business to release the buns.
I just heard that song on the drive over, actually, or the metal version. My
The
dad
metal
said-
version's fucking good. I have it in my VRC world.
Oh, I want Sabaton to play that so bad, and then just have Tommy Johansson do the singing, because it's above Joachim's range, but Tommy could absolutely fucking nail that.
Why you're Jack Blackhead?
Jack Black could probably get that on, yeah.
So, the half-orc
Yeah.
and the half-elf are with the Dragonborn.
How can I be of service to you two fellow outsiders?
Who's watching you?
The Raven Queen watches over me.
Master Orion says, the ability to go unseen is essential to your future.
It's a good thing you're being fucking loud in the middle of a crowded city.
And you're a Dragonborn, which there's not many of them here.
You are the most conspicuous person on this continent right now.
No. The most conspicuous is Karma.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Well, I think you need to work on that.
I mean, I found you and you before either of you found me. So, one could say I allowed you to see me.
I sneak up behind her.
What do you do? Tickle her in the ribs from behind?
Roll's gonna be like, keep practicing.
Well, if you insist. It's not like you're a rogue.
Kalu,
Speaking of,
where's Alvyn? I haven't seen him since the siege.
If he's sneaking up behind him, let me see if I see him. No, I don't. All right.
I'm not quite there yet. There's
No,
more time.
don't care. Probably causing
Got a few
trouble
minutes at least.
somewhere.
Well, all right then. Well, it sounds like we got some time to kill before this shield comes down.
Go over and get my chariot.
I need to find. I definitely need to find her in the city.
No, just.
By
not
the way,
Disconnect.
Kalu, I would take it as a very great personal favor if you did not tell anyone about the amulet.
Amulet?
That was away from her.
You didn't specify that.
Well, she's on his shoulders.
No,
She is
no,
right
she's
there,
down.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
She is right there, though.
All right. So
And even
I'm
with-
gonna forgo that comment
You can-
until
you
she's out
can
of earshot.
just play it off as like, what amulet? Like, it's a jewelry for somebody. Don't worry about it. It's for a
Oh
special
no,
someone.
I can do that.
you've been playing this game long enough to
All right,
know
fine.
when.
Too late.
Okay.
Too retcon.
Like Zavana has basically been to the center of this fucking conversation.
That's true.
If you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
Just kill the child so she can't play.
kill the child.
Or smack her upside the head hard enough
So-
to stop a dragon.
So Roland's gonna say, "Oh, it's just an amulet that I stole from Alvyn that I'm trying to keep from him. He really should have it."
Don't tell him about it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nope.
Well, she got a 9.
Well, I
plus
got
her stats.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Okay.
Mind
She
if I-
goes,
I can help.
No, you can't.
Master Orion says, helping those in need is essential to your future.
Well, he's gonna look her straight in the eye and says, "You can help by keeping your mouth shut."
roll intimidation.
He's not very intimidating. No, but it's a 10.
Okay. Alright.
Fuck, you just as a duck call.
She looks up at you and she goes,
Still not as scary as Mom. Seriously, I can help, though. I need to get practice in. Besides, name one thing stealthier than a kid.
A cat.
A rogue.
A bird. A bat. A weasel.
How about one thing stealthier than
A squirrel.
rogue kid?
A honey badger. Blink dog. Displacer beast.
Yep.
And literally anything that's invisible.
I like to imagine that it's Kalu listing these things off.
A fish.
Taking them off on his fingers.
A fish.
And this.
What if those things take people's places to come into existence? The big tall fuckers.
Night Stalkers.
Yeah. Father Solomon appears on over. Night Stalkers. Like, how are they stealthy? You don't know they're here until it's too late.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Have we crossed your dreams
need-
yet, child?
I need more. Yeah, I need more practice. I need more practice. It's a necklace. Like I'm a girl. Hello. I can literally play it off as it's shiny. I want it. No one will think twice. Come on, let me help.
She's just like looking back and forth between you and Kalu.
No. Not on this.
I can tell, Master Orion.
I don't care.
That was very because it was small enough where it sounded like something else. It was just the fuck was that?
I do need like a fidget cube though. I own one somewhere. I lost it.
Huh.
In my house, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Just fidgeted with it and then lost it.
Wow.
I got fidget spinner like puzzles now too. I'm fucking sick.
I would never get anything done. I would just focus on that.
Actually, it might help to get Orion on our side.
See? I'm already useful.
Well, it's so nice of you to reveal his location. Now that we know that he's here.
He's not a rogue on my level. He's not exactly stealthy.
Yeah, that old boomer's got nothing on me.
He's not exactly a rogue either.
So, Kyle, how
Rangers
are we
sometimes.
meeting up with Alvyn? He just disappeared with the siege.
Just wait for him to come through with his own personal fucking caravan of
When
vehicles.
did he ever stick around?
Sorry, you don't think ever what?
Stick around.
Oh, you mean the guy who's even shorter than me?
Hey now.
You're an all-star. Give me game one. Go play.
How about this? I find him for you, and you let me help.
Help what?
I get it.
No, but help
Deal.
what?
And she runs off.
That's a very Sigma move. Refuse to elaborate. Leave.
Eric Cartman debate 101. What? Yeah. Says his line and then walks away and they can't fucking fight. And he's like, yeah, but I won every single argument. No, you just fucking walked away. And you didn't get to say shit. When you get it, I'm going home.
This guy just told me that apparently South Park has been slipping in a Nazi joke from the fucking beginning with Cartman saying,
See Kyle.
God damn it. That's so good. He says it like every episode.
And that's intentional?
See Kyle? Yes! And with his lisp, see Kyle?
It's true. Wow, okay.
And I'm
And they
still
named-
beating myself up
And
over
they
because
named the Jew Kyle.
So, with that in mind, Matt does have to prepare for work soon, so
Okay.
let's focus on him for a few minutes. Yeah, Zavana Vale has run off to the upper cities. Where you two have no fucking idea. You just see the blue scaled tail just fucking falling behind her.
Okay.
She
Now that
leans
she's
into
now
it
now,
like a
now that
Jesus
she
lizard
now,
and just
like the Jesus lizard.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think that's
The
what
ones that run across water? Yeah, that's what they named them.
Yeah. Okay, Rolen's be like, okay, now that she's gone, how do we get in contact with Alvyn?
Wave something shiny, and he'll eventually show up.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And didn't you mention that his parents were here somewhere?
Yeah, he did. I don't remember where, though.
I don't know where.
Well, I suppose if we start walking up the mountain, we'll eventually run into him, right?
Well, let's see. I mean, we might as well just start walking and wait for someone to yell out thief. That'll be where it's at.
You just hang out in front of the jailhouse.
Just wait. Hey, gosh, I hope we have enough gold to bail him out this time. Schmuck.
He's got like what, 50 fucking platinum on him?
No, most of it's in the bank.
Okay.
I mean, it's only 500 gold.
Oh, that much I do have on me probably. Yeah.
More officers and guards are rushing about, coming and going, providing medical supplies.
You
and
know,
stuff.
if we can't offer any help here, we should probably get out of the war zone.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. And
I don't need the ram.
I did hear some things about attacks happening higher up in the city, so we always go do that.
Yeah, I heard about that too. It's something about Warforged that suddenly started. Yeah, I've heard about some Warforged attacking people up in the upper city. I think he was told that, wasn't he? But yeah.
I was told that none of them got.
Always go investigate that, and maybe it'll lead to a Alvyn, and maybe not.
Just follow the chaos, and you'll find him.
Right, so you
Good point.
begin your trek up the mountain, passing the store of fungi and fungibles.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that the word
Actually-
fun in both fungi and fungibles are in a different color.
Fun. Actually,
Wait for a sec.
I wonder where in a city could one buy a map of the surrounding area? I mean, normally I just like talk to some animals and get a general idea, but it's a good idea to.
The Kenku.
Oh, at this point, I'm pretty sure there's some rats over there you can go talk to.
Rats tend to be pretty fairly stationary relative to where we need to go. So
Go socialize in the sewers is such a fucking funny thing. That's what I want to tell Rolen now. It's
actually, generally your best
go socialize in the sewers.
your best go pick someone's ass.
Yes. Go play in traffic.
But
Go play in someone's feces.
It has been a while since we've dived into the racist ass birds list.
yeah, that's right. That's
RacistAssBirds.com.
that is true.
You own that domain.
I do own that
Would you just fucking take it?
domain. Yeah, no,
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I'm wondering
it was available.
I wonder if someone like looks it up, and they're like, who the hell paid money for this?
Well, once we find a use for it.
Yeah, right now it just redirects to cats that look like Hitler.com.
Not bad.
We'll have to get a bunch of
So-
artists to draw racist birds.
So normally I would go for birds for this, but I think it might be a better idea to get an actual map. Where does one buy map in a civilized city?
You're asking the one member of your party who should not have an answer to this.
Kanku cartographers of
let's see,
Catamaran.
Let's see, can he just rattle off an answer and see if it's correct?
Absolutely, you absolutely can.
At the map store.
First, we need to meet Dora.
Well, hell no, we're not rolling for that. And we could always just go, well, since we're still passing, we always just go ask in that store.
I suppose.
But they got a map in their drawing crayon.
it's just colorless. It's just different colored blobs.
Stick figure.
Well, I suppose, yeah. Find a native. They'll probably know what's going on.
Hey, how are you? Buy my maps.
Oh, I get it. Native, because Rolen has the skin color of a tribal American.
Because you're an Indian.
You're an idiot. As Bobby says, idiot. Damn idiots.
Are you going up the mountain? Or are you going in the store? Or are you going down?
Oh, we're going to the store.
Okay. You enter the store. Cling, ding, ding, ding. And behind the counter is a figure covered in moss, in vines, in all manner of shrubbery.
All the things that compete with fungi.
Yes.
How insulting is that? They all get covered in moss. It's like, I know I sell fungi, but these are lichens.
Turns around, in this the hood of fungus covers this thing's face. You can't quite even tell if it's human, let alone anything else. But it's kind of short, maybe around like 3'5", 4 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
And he goes like, "Greetings, welcome to the store for all of your fungus needs."
Are you Adam Driver?
It's starting to sound like Nicolas Cage.
More fungus. More. Good soup.
Now, let me demonstrate for you all of the fungus that I have to offer.
It's pronounced fungi.
All of a sudden, like as soon as he
So
cuts his
Roland's gonna say,
his three-fingered hands.
so
What the fuck is this thing?
he's gonna
It's E.T., but he's a surfer dude.
Sorry,
He's
4
gonna-
fingers,
slightly
slightly webbed.
Roland's gonna
Oh, it's a grung.
Roland's gonna like the one grung in the entire damn city. Right. He's gonna say, I'm sorry to interrupt your wonderful speech, but I know all I need to know about fungus.
The fungus get up and start dancing.
Wait, there's sentient fungi.
It's fungi.
It's fungi, technically.
Uh-huh. Well, the way they're saying it.
Are you a servant of Shoggoth?
You can't prove I'm not.
Kalu, we need to go to a different store.
What a bizarre way
Now.
what a bizarre way to approach being accused of following religion.
Yeah. Bizarre for anywhere else, not necessarily here. The figure throws back the hood, and you see a grung with like these, like his big eyes, and he's
Oh,
like,
that's fucking
"Hi!"
Zarax. He's doing Zarax now.
Okay. I'm gonna roll nature to see what he knows about.
Can I insight to see if this is like player knowledge? See if this is Zarax.
You may roll a DM knowledge, yes.
That is a 23, so he knows a lot about grung apparently.
What's the modifier?
How much do you love me?
Is that a position? Or is
Whoa! What's your charisma? You, not Alvin's, yours.
What'd you roll?
Oh, I rolled an 18.
And then, okay.
Oh.
This is our Rex.
Yeah.
Like allegedly a follower of that god.
Tongue punch him. Tongue punch
Do,
him.
do you know who Shoggoth is?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, she is like a demon. She's not a god. She's a demon. She's a demon of like all the nastiest parts of fungi, like poison and death and
What I
spores.
roll after Taco.
Does
Harbor,
Zarvrax
whatever it
go
is.
Circle of the Spores? I'm so proud of him. That's what I would have chosen.
He was a. He was a. He wasn't a bard. He was a.
He was a druid.
He was a druid.
Yeah.
Purely.
He was Circle of the... Yeah, just Druid, didn't multi-class. He was like Circle of the Land. Because we built him right before there was Spores
Yeah.
was one of the options.
He goes like, I'm just a druid of the spores.
Oh, okay.
Also,
So-
part-time lawyer. He holds out a business card, and then flips to 2 business cards.
Yeah.
Because he sees that there's also an orc.
Maybe
Right
3. 2 for the big guy.
I'm also...
Yeah, he does that. Oh, 2 for the big guy.
I'm also a children's birthday magician, and he does it, and there's 3 more now.
Now you see.
Have you ever?
No, you don't.
Have you ever felt like you were being racially profiled by the Azamar of this city? Contact me. I will see that you are properly compensated.
You never won your case, you little fucking rat.
I did win, actually.
You ran away like a bitch.
That was a mistrial, technically.
It was technically a mistrial, yeah.
So, Rolen in Druidic, he's gonna say, all I need is a map of the mountain.
Oh. Easy. Hey, Nicholas. Do your thing. And this fungus that's kind of been acting as like a drape goes... It starts worming its way to the edge. Fungi!
Now, is it turning into a map, or is it going to fetch one?
It fetched one from a
Oh.
drawer.
It grows little hyphae as fucking limbs. You know.
Think of it as animate object, but more in touch with nature.
Oh, Alvyn needs to meet Zarvrax.
Plus, they're great conversationalists.
And tasty, too.
For both of those things, Nicholas is not one of them. He's not tasty.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Fucking.
So
Mosh
I
You little
assume that
hyphae compute.
I assume that this is really, really, really not the area for Grung. For actual Grung. I mean, this is me talking to you as.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I'm not. That's not in character.
Changeling.
That's not in character.
Grung are not native here.
Not
no.
native here.
They're
Okay.
not native here at all.
Do they need? Are they one of those races that needs to like be moistened every once in a while in order
It
to?
benefits them, yeah.
Yes, they,
Yeah.
no, they have to be submerged in water for at least 1 hour in a 24-hour period.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Roland's gonna look at him and he's gonna be like, "Is it a little dry here for you?"
Painfully so, sometimes. Don't worry, I've got it covered.
Can I roll insight to see, because he's suspicious of this guy now. But, that's another 17. Wow, okay. So that is, what can I get for it? What can I get for a 26?
Fortunately, it does not beat my roll.
Oh, seriously? You roll one? Holy
I rolled a 19, and this is 4 months
Okay.
after Zarvrax has leveled up a bit.
So he's got some pretty decent. Well,
He's a fucking changeling. His deception score
Oh, yeah,
is through the
he's
roof.
crazy good at deceiving.
mhm.
Like,
But
I may or may... Can't prove this. But there are people who bring buckets of water from the wells over here.
Oh, he's got some fucking sass. I love this Zarvrax.
well, either way, how much for the map? I'll give you a silver piece.
Done.
Okay, there you go.
Unrealistic.
Kalu.
Zarvax would never use silence as a negotiation tactic.
I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck. You have to keep in mind that Zarvax didn't enter a lot of negotiations too much without, like, it being a legal conversation.
That's true.
So you
So
stay
why?
silent until you have your evidence.
So he's running a shop.
Run it.
Allegedly.
It's probably a front
All
or
right.
something. We know.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. That's all.
What can I give you, big guy? You never answered my question. Are you feeling racially profiled?
No.
Well said,
If you,
Kalu.
if
Well
you know
said.
any chickens who want to unionize, give them my card.
Wow.
He's got the chicken. He's got the what do you like the union organizers in a coop in the back.
A chicken runs around the inside the store. Looks up at you.
Don't worry, he's tame. He's our treasury chair.
Yes, Zarvax says that.
he counts the eggs. He counts the eggs.
He's great at counting. Sorry, she's good at counting. Chickens are girls.
They're shitty investors, though. Always put their eggs in one
Hens.
Hens?
Hens are female. Cocks are male, and chicken is the generic for both.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so non-binary birds are called chickens.
They're all cluckers.
Chickens are never confused about their gender.
Yeah, they're all cluckers.
I think they're confused about a lot of things. Like
So
They might be, but they're not confused about their gender.
So a feathered cock just walks through the room.
Any
So you
Any animal that is confused about its gender does not pass on its genes, so it kind of gets weeded out.
So you're
I'm just saying.
also happens with the humans.
So you
Because
have officially gotten your map, which means I can no longer procrastinate. I now officially have to draw the official map.
He has
Well, I assume that we're probably going to be ending the session pretty.
Oh, indeed,
soon here, but-
because Matt needs to
All
get
right.
to work.
Yep. And then Rolen's going to turn to Kalu and say, "Okay, I think we have what we came for. We should probably leave."
Don't forget, good lawyer.
Right. And he's just gonna keep eyeing. He's gonna treat him like a rabid animal, and just
which he is.
just like back away slowly.
Are you actually backing? It was like,
Hey, you should.
yes. That is actually
animal handling.
Zarvax hits your tongue. Hits your hand. High tongue. Right.
Tongue punch through the work side wall.
Now we just need a time machine so Zarvax can go lick a member of the villain campaign.
So you guys exit the store.
Blue and Waiting has gloves of missile snaring too. This isn't going to end well for Zarvax.
So, Omen, you have gotten into your cathedral. Sarah is lounging about naked.
I'm gonna just quietly. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just gonna straight to what I need, and I'm gonna be dead quiet because I have my hood up, and with that hood, it's harder to recognize me. Yeah, so fuck it, why not?
What is it?
Let's use that last luck.
Was that worse?
Yes.
What is it?
It was a 3.
Oh, ouch.
So
Doesn't
you
matter.
you draw the attention of Sarah, and she goes, "Oh." She's just like, "Now no one can marry me."
Thunderwave.
You just yeet her across the room.
It's only 10 feet.
All you hear is that. All you hear is the naked screech across the fucking marble floor.
I just
Snail trail.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm imagining like become thought. Oh!
No, it's not even the attack. It's watch the Thunderwave. Boom!
Well, because it makes a noise loud to be heard from 300 feet away.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Good job with your stealth check.
That's the reason I failed it. That's the reason I failed it.
After the boom, you hear a fuck, and of course you hear Sarah just like rubbing her ass, and you're like, oh, not the way I like my ass spanked.
Boom!
What level are you casting that at? Because I mean, when you upcast it,
Just
goes for,
as it is.
Because I was like, that's like 6d8. If you cast it at level 5.
68 chafing damage.
It's straight from the fucking soul person. Bam! Or am I just angry enough seeing a naked lady in my cathedral that I just fucking max ramp it?
You said 68.
Protected.
Alright. 7.
On 3D8, yes. Okay.
10, 20.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Ass is
roll one
sword.
more. Roll one more.
One more.
Well, because it's 3 dice. So, no, they're right. 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yep.
Bam!
you see.
Sarah's unconscious and naked.
She's fine.
And you just drew a lot of attention to this room.
You pass by Tamaki, who is at the moment being addressed by Chad.
I got one of those irritated looks on my face after throwing the spells, so just...
Chad, just like this brick fucking house.
His name is Chad.
Yes. he's got a very pronounced chin. And Tamaki is very blushing at this moment, and Chad is just going, sewing is not unlike a garden.
Don't wave him.
You get a thunder wave. You get
a thunder wave, and you get a thunder wave.
You need to know how to sew the ground, just as you know how to sew the needle through the fabric itself.
Alright, who gave Bob Ross mushrooms?
that would be Tyra.
Okay, yep. There's some shit in my garden. I don't know what it is after that frog left.
I'm trying to figure out if he reminds me more of
sitting on a
George
mannequin
Takei,
head,
or
beautifully done in leather, with a buckle on the rim.
Just
freaking pilgrim hat.
Yes. And Omen, Solomon, has taken his pilgrim hat back on.
underneath it, just...
So we've got one guy with a pilgrim hat. We've got one guy with a fez. Alright. So who's going to wear the cone hat is what I want to know.
Go.
Do you have slits in your hoodie for the ears on your headset?
No.
I just noticed that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I figured that out like
It's
2
because
hours ago.
I hate the feeling of it because it dampens it a little bit, so I just...
So you go down the mountain now with your broomstick.
and my hat.
Zavana finds you on your way down, and she goes, she grabs you, she starts pulling
Hold
you
on.
down.
I don't even get to roll for stealth to hide from her?
Roll perception to see if you find her
Surfing on my
first.
broom, just...
Dirty 20.
She rolled a 4. You instantly spot her. She's on her way. She's looking around like,
And you know who she is.
Yeah.
'cause- yeah.
You know, what's sneakier than the little dragonborn lady? Apparently this guy.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to hide from her.
all right.
Fuck. Okay, it's still an 11 because...
Oh, okay, yeah.
She rolled a 15.
Mm,
You both fail to hide from each other. You both
it's the fucking
succeed.
Spider-Man meme where we're
Yeah.
like just...
Solomon flying by. Thunderwave.
Heard at the bottom of the mountain.
Hey! I'm officially taller than you.
I fucking hate that. I want my gobo stick back.
Oh, no problem. I improved it too.
You what?
So you're taller than me and better than me at the thing my god gives me power for.
No.
I ready my weapon.
Oh no, it was just like the one I added a thing. It goes, huh?
That's pretty cool.
He's still zealous of it. Just be like,
Jealous? You mean jealous?
same thing.
No.
You know what I mean? Zealous. You're mad, but you're happy.
She runs up to you, like grabs you by the arm and goes like, "Wait, no, I got it."
That's awesome, and I hate it.
Like wraps around like, on
Alright.
time.
All right, we start skipping along and go. You want to meet my giant dog and ride in my chariot?
She stops like, yes.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
It's less of a skip and more of a.
We're now just like running full tilt.
Yes.
We're both Naruto running.
Cloud.
You see a cloud, but it's only getting like yay high off the ground. It's still like waist level for most people.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, like in the Roadrunner cartoons, you know, like the dust cloud, just you can always. Yep.
Omen flies down, and from your vantage point, you see Rolen and Kalu. You land down. Zavanna and Alvyn rush past, and they go, "I found the short one, and I gotta go talk to a dog."
Before I get noticed by those guys, I want to give some of the roll decrees to the big guys, so they fucking know, because it's like, I'm not going to be able to tell every fucking person, so they'll be like, here's one for you, here's one for you. Official business or something.
Well, you were just informed to tell your friends about the decrees themselves.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay then.
But I'm not doing my job this time.
Okay.
I'm making someone else do it.
Gotcha.
Especially because coming from
Mm-hmm.
Resus, it's going to feel so nice coming out of his tongue, I bet. He's the one that reported it anyway. Well, part of it.
He reported the battle itself.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm the one that got him banned. But then again, he got himself banned.
So,
Not that we can't.
the parties are all back together, except for Alvyn, who's hanging out with Zavanna, with their war chariot and the dog.
Well, you guys probably saw us and followed. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially because you don't trust me. For some reason.
But, unless any of you have something you wish to add, that has been campaign session 25 of the streamed version. Mm-hmm.
And remember, kids, it's no joke to get cloaca whipped. When in doubt, whip it out. It's the orc way. Even if it's a quickie, wrap that sticky.
And remember, kids, don't do vegetables. Stay in drugs. Eat your school.
Remember, kids, this particular D&D stream is not for you. Never has
It's not
been.
suitable for children or advertisers.
Brought to you by Rage Shadow and NordVPN.
And Pepsi.
No, we don't want Pepsi. They suck.
As you drink
Crush Orange.
Which is a Pepsi product. Brought to you by... No, A&W still... They're all in a Pepsi pack together.
Yep.
There we go. Planters Peanuts.
Planters Peanuts.
Well, we are kind of nuts.
I'm gonna planter my peanuts in her.
She's a child with a cloaca.
If I'm gonna become a
that
villain,
wasn't
I gotta
fancifully
start
safe.
somewhere, right?
That's... The best birth control is fucking a non-human.
Except for someone touched by the gods, you can fucking impregnate anything.
And on that note, I'm officially stopping the stream.
We should have... Yeah.
So I was gonna say, when they mean touched by the gods, they don't mean like that.
Show us on the doll where the god touched you.
Angel! No, you can't do that! Aww.